Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
6-4, Washington by a bucket. Marcus Lawrence has it. Order Price. Sanford, stick arm defense against Steinbach. Interesting matchup there in the man-to-man. And here's a drive by Hoiberg. Layup up and good! Here comes Hoiberg across the division line left side. Cuts down the lane all the way in, puts it up and in. Great play. Throws it right past Kepnong, who had him on the switch. 12-8 Nebraska. Biggest lead of the game. Here's Mass. Fires it up another three, and this one's perfect. Perfect! Bannering! Mass is back. Out it comes now to Hoiberg. Drives the ball, jump stop, 2 feet in the paint. Left side Garcia, 3 ball on the way. It's good! He rings the bell. Bangarango for JG. Jared Garcia. Huskers by 10. Flashing from the weak side. Empty side was Buchenwald. Mass got it. Hoiberg. Now to Jamar. Back to Hoiberg. Shoots the 3. Got it! Bangarango. There's the horn. There's the game. And you're 19-0. Nebraska Cornhuskers. Yes, I said 19-0 and 7th ranked. Nebraska Cornhuskers beat Washington 76-66.
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. What's up, DB?
How we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm having some problems.
What kind of problems are we having?
I think I just got kicked out of my own Twitter account.
I did see your login screen popped up there.
Like what happened to just me?
Did you restart the browser or anything?
I don't know. Did you restart your browser?
No, I usually just leave my tabs open.
Sometimes you have to refresh the password.
I don't even know what mine is.
Well, that's not great.
Up yours.
Oh, you figured it out. There we go.
Yeah, so where was I?
I have no idea.
Am I here?
I mean, you're on Twitter.
Why are they calling? This isn't my name. At D Benning 5655. Like, what is this?
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's right. Do you have a burner?
6x9 smoking burners. This isn't funny. Like,
no, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I can't do it during the show. We might have to take an earlier break. What the heck is going on?
We need Benny Mac.
Is it still working on?
I talked to him last night for probably. He was by far and away he was the second longest phone conversation I had. I didn't talk to him till 6.
Benny Mac?
Yeah.
What'd you tell him?
He's just funny. So I was outside on the deck. I did some salmon, which, by the way, is pretty subpar. It's just okay.
Yeah. What'd you do to it?
I put it on the outdoor oven, which is the Traeger. And, I mean, I'm low on pellets. It was cold. My temperament was not very patient. Even though salmon is easy, it's 2 beautiful pieces, fresh.
Yeah.
Wild caught that were sent from the Pacific Northwest. So I had a ton, but it wasn't, I should have trained myself for not as smoked salmon. Shoot, I could have done that in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't quite go the way you wanted it to.
Yeah. My Traeger's only like 27,000 years old, so I don't know what I'm complaining about. And I have a smoking box and a blowtorch, but the blowtorch has no,
like, butane or whatever in it.
Yeah,
fuel. I don't know what they put in blowtorches.
So it looks like just like a glue gun. It's like, this thing doesn't work. But so he called it like I was outside. My phone was inside. It was like 5:58. So I was like, shoot, I missed a call from B-Mac. So I called him back, and he's like, I was testing you. How good of friends are we? 6 o'clock. That's prime dinner time. Will this guy call me back? I was like, yes, passed the test.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
so that's what I got to do. If I ever don't get a call back, I just got to tell you it's a test, and then you'll be like, oh, I'm on it, because you don't want to lose.
Well, I didn't know until he told me that it was a test. So I didn't call him back because it was a test. I'm not going to hold you, though. I'm a little mortified about my social media account.
No, that's bad news if we can't figure that out. We'll get it straightened out, probably.
I don't know. Will we?
Does it still work on your phone?
No. It only uses my Hurrdat Sports.
Oh. So you're like logged out of your Twitter on your phone too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
I know.
All right. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Do we need to get Padilla up here?
Yes.
Call him.
Get that man up.
He texted me at like 1.
Oh, he's not up.
To just be like, hey, Ravi, I disagreed with you. So
shocker.
He goes, this is at, oh, no, it was at midnight.
Okay.
So I also disagree with Ravi about Peterson versus Devonta for what it's worth.
Yeah, that was not one of your, in my opinion, your better takes.
That's fine. That's how I feel about it. So
I know you're not gonna budge.
I don't really know what people want me to do. It's like I get that people disagree with me.
Yeah, I felt like that was a pretty hot take.
Maybe it is.
I think the Pacers probably take Peterson 1 overall. I really do.
I'm not talking about 1 overall. I made that very clear.
I didn't. It was as clear as mud. You basically said, well, Peterson might be a better high-end player, but Dabansa can do more.
Yeah, I think in a college basketball game, Dabansa is more likely to take over for BYU and help them win 6 games in a row. That was the criteria I was using.
Okay.
I think that Peterson likely gets drafted ahead of him. If there's no, I mean, I don't think any of the injuries that he's dealing with are long-term concerns, but as long as physically everybody's cool with him, Peterson, maybe Boozer.
What do you do with old Cam? I'm not a boozer.
What do you mean? What are I doing with him where?
Is
like in the draft?
Is that a top 3 guy?
He's going to be. I would almost guarantee.
Boy, I'm worried about him getting buckets.
I mean, you worried about him getting buckets in college, though, too.
It's vastly different.
I understand that,
there's
but
lots of guys that,
get buckets in college that don't in the pros.
I mean, Adam Moore, I don't even get me started on that. Much easier to score in college.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me started on Adam Morrison, but
well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, it's easy, low-hanging fruit.
I thought
he's one of like 2 trillion that could get buckets in college, and
yeah, that probably wouldn't have been my go-to, but I think Adam Morrison
went for 30 a night and could not score in the league.
I think that was situational. He wasn't going to go for 30 a night in the league, but part of it was situational.
No bleep. My example is that a guy that was a prolific scorer in college could not score the basketball in the NBA.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, I probably would have stayed closer home, got McDermott.
Who cares who you would have picked?
Well, I do.
My example is still legit. And it's about as good a one as you're going to get given the amount of points he scored.
I don't like you picking on my diabetic buddy. That's what I don't like. He's another type 1 like me. You be nice to him.
Sweet baby Jesus, Lord help me.
You be nice to the type 1s out there. It's hard. It's hard out here.
All right.
If you wanted, that's why I bristled up at Adam Morrison, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, because what you're about to say made 0 sense.
Yeah, I was mad that you're picking on the diabetic.
I wasn't picking on him. It's just easy. I said it was low-hanging fruit.
It's all right. He hung out with your Lakers for a little bit, had a good time.
It's terrible.
Came back for the Kobe retirement. I was glad to see him.
Yeah.
I was glad he was doing all right.
Aged about exactly as I thought.
Like milk.
A little thin, wispy cookie duster. Looked like he should have been with some grunge band.
I'm surprised he wasn't out there farming mushrooms with Jake Plummer. That's kind of what he looked like.
Whoa. Farming mushroom. He said, were you hacked? You know what I might have been?
I don't know.
Commander Cody just sent me something. Was I? Come on, man. My social media was lock stock. What are we doing? Commander Cody goes, were you hacked? I'm not posting about crypto.
Shoot, you were hacked.
Damn it.
I didn't even see that.
I'm bummed.
You got to make those bucks.
I don't think that's what he was trying to do there, Shano.
I don't know if you're selling crypto, aren't you? Trying to make bucks?
I don't know anything about crypto.
Neither do I.
No one does. It's made up.
Hey, that's the secret.
Although I think a lot of people that have very low comprehension skills often will say I'm being cryptic, but I don't think that.
What about cryptids, like the animals? You big cryptids guy?
I don't even know what that is.
It's like the animals people aren't sure if they exist or not, like Bigfoot, things like that. That's like a cryptid. Loch Ness Monster.
I don't know if you understand what we're talking about. Like we're talking about 60,000 followers.
No, I know. It looks like somebody's trying to sell a Cadillac Escalade from your account.
Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul.
Yeah, that's rough, man. That's never happened to me.
I'm not even gonna kid you. I'm momentarily distracted.
I would imagine that's a bad deal. I got nothing for you, man. I really don't. That's never happened to me. And you got about 10 times more followers than I do.
Oh boy. Baby steps. We'll get it back somehow.
Asian Wyatt says cryptozoology. Exactly. Those are the cryptids, the animals that I'm not really sure about.
Oh yeah, I'm a big believer in that though.
You a big Loch Ness Monster guy or more of a Bigfoot guy?
Certainly Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And megalodons and.
Oh yeah. Megalodon's a good one.
I don't know about old Nessie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't delve into that world a ton.
I think they've sort of solved the Loch Ness Monster photo in terms of what it actually is.
Well, what is it?
Well, there's a certain type of animal. I can't remember what it is, but they, I don't know how to say this in an appropriate way. They like to flip on their backs and stick their appendages out of the water.
That's not what that is.
It looks a lot like that's what that is.
Wow.
There's pretty good evidence that that's what that is.
Wow. It's impressive.
Impressive. Yeah.
I don't think that's what that is. Who told you that?
No, there's like scientists that have like deep dove into this and like there's
deep who?
Deep dove. That's the past tense of dive.
Deep dove.
Usually don't use it in that context, but dove is the correct past tense of dive.
Dove?
Yeah,
a deer? A three,
no, that's doe, no V.
Oh.
No,
dove?
Dove.
Deep dove. Why does that not hit my ears correctly?
I don't know. Because deep dived isn't right.
Dived?
Yeah, that's not right.
Are you a big texted guy?
No. He is.
No disrespect to the dummy.
Who is?
Who? I thought Shane was more. Never mind. Yeah, no, I think it's dove is the correct past tense there.
Deep dove.
Oh, don't you know?
Yeah.
Who was that?
That was a Fleck.
Peach?
Yeah.
Viva Las Vegas, baby.
Is he doing a Minnesota accent there? What happened?
He's in Minnesota. What do you mean accent?
Oh, you betcha.
He's not from there.
Well, it looked Irish to me. It sounds Irish to me.
I think he's trying to do it, but like he's doing like the.
But you do pick up the dialect the longer you're there. He's been there 10 years.
You bet you up there, up north now. Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's what he sounds like.
Yeah, that sounds like my former partner going into character.
Yeah, he's like doing a bit.
We know about bits.
A times B times C times D. They're a team.
Oh, that's the PJ I know.
Yeah, they're a team. What about like Signetti? Kind of has like that Pennsylvania accent a little bit. He's got like the Pittsburgh accent.
I have really studied him since last year in his delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really studied him.
Did you decide the camera thing was a bit when he's staring at the camera?
Oh, I definitely think it's a bit.
Yeah, I do too.
I definitely think it's a bit.
Yeah.
But I also think.
So what did you find out when you studied Signetti?
Oh, his delivery? I don't know enough yet, but like his cadence and the way that he talks is definitely specific to the desired outcome he wants. Like,
oh, okay.
It's
it varies.
Yeah, he's fascinating.
Yeah. I caught part of his, I don't know why.
Did you listen at all to the post stuff with Coach Cook?
Like
when
John?
He was in studio?
Yeah.
So not the honor, like
Yeah. After when you guys talking after?
There's definitely something to the delivery styles.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I'll be honest, I was a little surprised how self-aware of the changes that Coach Cook was.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was proactive, not reactive.
So I would put him in like my top 10 of people that's probably not like you think they are.
I would agree.
Like he's probably in the top 10.
I didn't have that's the first time I had a conversation with him. And so I didn't have a good sense of what he was really like just based on mostly what you've said. But that's definitely not how he comes off publicly at all.
Yeah. I was like, oh, can I give you a hug?
Super
Was that awkward?
No. I mean, you guys know each other.
Did you like how we locked up?
Kind of dap it up.
Yeah, although he out leveraged my left shoulder, so it was like.
Did he?
Yeah, it was,
You gotta leverage the man, not the ball, man.
It's one of those you want back.
Yeah.
I had to go get some eggs from Paisans yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I definitely needed to like woosah.
Yeah. Take a walk, touch some grass.
I was talking to Megan for seeming like ever. She's teaching me about fresh eggs and washing, not washing, sitting out, how long they can sit out. She's a super health nut.
Mm-hmm.
She's on me about nitrates and all this other stuff. But anyway, there's a gentleman next to us. And I think he was kind of hearing the egg conversation. So, he'd occasionally chime in.
Mm-hmm.
Nice man. So after about 20 minutes, I had to get some stuff out of the freezer, and he was getting ready to leave. And I said, hey, I appreciate the insight. What was your name again? And he told me his name. I went in for a handshake, and it was super gumpy.
Really?
Oh, it was so bad. I was like, hey, my bad. Let me try that again.
Dude, I think about the handshakes a lot.
Oh,
like when I have a bad one.
I laid an egg. It was about as limp-wristed, soft, batchy as ever. And I was like, hey, can I get a mulligan? He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I said, let's try that again.
So I actually was thinking about that with Coach Cook because I saw him at the Supernovas game last week.
Yeah.
And I was actually pleased. I felt like I got a good handshake in there because otherwise I'd have thought about it for a long time.
I wasn't going to let that one get away from me.
You're like, hold on. Bring it on. Bring it on back here.
He's in the door like, what a goofball. Yeah, that's definitely how I get down. I'm really traumatized over this whole Twitter thing.
Do we need to take a break?
Nah, I mean, I'll figure it out, I guess.
Okay.
You were logged out of. I've got to. Come on, sweet baby Jesus. Hey, what's that one drop you play? I think it's about math.
Come on, stupid math or whatever, that one.
Or something like that. That's what I want to say to X. I might have
Come on, X.
You thing. You upside down Loch Ness monster, you, which is completely made up.
Come on, math, you dick.
There it is.
Is that funny?
I do like
my sense of humor.
No, I like the drop.
Come on, math, you dick.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Just saying.
If they're not yours, then whose are they?
While you
What?
while you try and whenever we do take a break and you try and figure out Twitter, I'm gonna show you evidence of the Loch Ness monster.
It's just online literature. It doesn't make it fact.
I know. I'm just gonna show you what the.
That's why I wanted to go to Area 51, get my own info.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't get close to that place.
No, a lot of guards there.
I'm harmless. Just
yeah,
ask me.
I don't think they care.
You know what I think about your perspective?
What's that? Well, I'm trying to help you out here.
I don't really. I haven't got one inkling of that this morning.
I'm trying.
There's nothing about you this morning in the first 17 minutes that says, "Oh, he's about that help life."
Always about that help life.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'm always trying to help you. You don't always listen, but
well, that's fine. I hear.
Hearing and listening aren't the same thing.
No way. No way.
You know that.
I know.
You're a coach.
People do that all the time. I was like, is that what you really got out of that?
You're a coach of children. You know you hearing and listening are different.
Man. Yeah.
Although adults might be worse at it.
Yeah, I'd say so. I definitely would say so.
I also think I don't think children generally do it on purpose. Like I think sometimes they just aren't, quite tracking.
Yeah.
I think adults it's more malignant.
Children.
Usually.
Aren't they funny?
Well,
I told Zoe this morning, I was like, it'd be a good idea to take out this trash when you get home from school today. She's looking at me brushing her teeth like I'm the crazy one. Three of her shampoo bottles, one of her soaps.
You know what she's probably thinking?
She alternated between 2 lotions this morning. I'm like, what are we raising here? And she's like, I don't want my elbows ashy.
Diva. That's what you're raising there. Diva.
She didn't go to school yesterday.
Yeah?
No, she's
been under the weather a little bit.
Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Something's been going around, man.
Oh, I know.
It's been rough.
I know.
Shane had it. You had it. I got a little bit last week.
Shane, I am glad you're feeling better. You're a much better person when you
a little bit happier.
Yeah, I mean, because
not
you're going full-fledged crybaby on me.
Well, I mean, it happens.
It's been a lot like Ravi if that shot wouldn't have went in last night for the Jays.
No, I'm all right.
Were you in full-fledged grip mode?
No, I was fine. Like
every bad loss is like a death knell. That has to be sucky.
Well, if you think you're already dead, it doesn't matter that much.
Oh, you're all out.
I'm not all out. It's just I don't think this team's making the NCAA tournament. So, like, what's at that point?
What about? Gee, mini Christmas. What about a prolific run?
I mean, I think they have to win I think they'd have to win in New York at this point.
Oh, do you see that? Do you see that in the cards?
I do not know.
You just told me how bad the Big East was.
Yeah, but a lot of those teams are still better than Creighton.
Ooh.
On a night in, night out basis?
Shots fired.
Has anything from this team told you think they can win 3 games in a row in New York?
Yeah. 3?
Is it 3 or 4? Yeah, 3. If they're not in the play-in, they'll be in 3.
Yeah, that's doable.
Not if 2 of those games are St. John's and UConn.
You probably only have to play one of them.
Well, hopefully. I don't know. St. John's might lose enough that you catch them in the first round.
Why do you hate St. John's?
Because they play bad basketball. They're talented. They play bad basketball.
Should Washington have been better than they were?
Yeah, for sure.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, no Yates, so that didn't – I mean, so that obviously helps. But.
Sure, but, like, they were talented enough to be better than that.
Diallo shot selection, were you just scratching your head like WTH?
Horrifying.
That's how he plays, though.
I'm trying to see. So I think I hadn't watched them since Baylor, I think. Mm-hmm. So early. I watched them in, like, November. And so I hadn't seen a ton of them since then. And I was impressed with Steinbach. He's a good ball player.
He can play.
He's a good ball player.
He can play.
He almost certainly won't be playing for Washington next year. I could bet heavily on that. The market for bigs is insane. Like, somebody's going to pay that dude a ton of money, and he's not going to be playing in Washington.
Even though he's got a good coach.
That's fine.
They have been decimated by injuries.
Yeah, they've also been decimated by, like, Diallo doing Diallo stuff.
Don't let that fool you.
No, he's talented, but that's
because when he's playing with Yates, he's significant. Now, he's still a 30-some-odd% field goal shooter, I'm going to guess. But when he's playing with Wes, he's much better because he doesn't have to do all that.
Yeah. Okay, so I've only seen him a couple times this year, so I'm not going to pretend like but is he
pretend to know? People do that in the media all the time. What's wrong with that?
Well, I try not to lie to people. That's just I don't know. I'm weird that way.
Oh, Fibonacci.
If I don't know something, I'll tell you.
He's right here.
Like, what good does it do me to tell you honestly that I haven't watched Washington since November? Except it's the truth.
Oh, I got you.
You know?
Do tell.
So Diallo's numbers are way better than I thought. Like, percentage-wise.
Really?
What would you get? You said you thought he would probably in the 30s?
That's probably from 3. I know it is.
Yeah, from 3 he's over 50% from the field.
He gets to the 10.
Which would not have been my takeaway from last night's game. That he would be over 50%.
So I thought you'd come away liking him more than less.
No, I don't like his game at all.
Oh, that's right. It's not super perfect and pretty. And
it's just not good judgment. Like, I can accept.
Is that why Bearcat used to drive you nuts last year?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I can understand if you get Yates back, then maybe Diallo slides into a little bit more comfortable position the way Buc-ee this year has slid into a position that better fits his skill set. So I could see that.
Where does Kenneth have Nebraska this morning?
Old Kenneth Pomeroy?
Yes.
Let's give it a look. He has them at
that one might have hurt last night.
12. So same.
Okay.
No movement. Let's check the net ranking, see if they moved
They're
at all
8.
there. Still
8 in the net.
Oh, they dropped 2. They're up to 6 for a while.
Yeah.
Come on, net. What are we doing?
Oh, come on, net. Do you know who they're behind still?
In the net?
In the Big Ten.
Standing? Oh.
Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue.
I mean, Michigan's a given, but they're behind Purdue too.
Yeah. So it's funny.
And slightly ahead of Illinois.
Dude, the metrics love Illinois. Illinois is ahead of them in KenPom.
You know, it could be a catastrophe if Nebraska beats Illinois at the house. What are we going to do with our wanting to validate Illinois?
I don't want to validate Illinois. That's a you problem.
It's not. Listen, I'm fully.
It's not just you. There's a lot of people nationally, I think, that feel the same way you do. So I don't want to just say you're out on an island.
Royal
there.
we.
I'll
never be royal.
Lord. Big Royals fan?
No.
Not
at all.
If Nebraska beats Illinois here, like, that's a problem for a lot of people that like Illinois.
Yeah. No, you just validate Nebraska.
All right.
Illinois can still be good. And by the way, speaking of Illinois,
KenPom also has Michigan State ahead of Nebraska.
Your boy Evan took a pot shot yesterday.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
What'd he do?
Super drive-by. No pun intended. It was a car shot.
About the Subaru?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
It's what he didn't say. It was Subaru, huh? It's like, wow. Thanks, Evan.
Yeah.
I support you.
Well, if it makes you feel any better,
what is so flippin' funny, numbnuts?
I'm just laughing at the comments and.
I can give you a little.
Oh, I have not been. Do I need to get in the stream?
I can give you a little ammo for Evan if you want.
Nah, I'm good. I like Evan.
All right.
JD, we're gonna break down Husker wrestling. Is that tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna talk to Sauter about it.
I think we have Jess.
Not yet, but I can certainly.
I don't know. I mean, Sauter's fine. He's not gonna go in depth. I don't think about Nebraska, Iowa.
We can talk to Jess. Let's get her on there.
Or, I mean, I'm sure we can get Commander Cody to call in.
Oh yeah,
he's trying to save my Twitter.
He could call in today too if he wanted.
Somebody much smart, which again, half the free world, but I need something. Why are you laughing at the stream? What did I miss? I'm way behind.
Yeah, Shane.
Kobe, God, dog it. What?
There's not a lot of subtlety there.
Can I put him on waivers, or will I want to claim him again?
I don't know, man.
I think you need to put him on waivers.
Nah, I've hung with him this long. Good piece of cheese. He said valid comment.
So there's people here don't understand the difference between an opinion and so like he goes Ben goes, oh, you're lying about Peterson. It's like that's an opinion.
BP.
Yeah.
But I'm listen, he is a diehard Jayhawk guy.
That's fine.
Like,
so I'm sure
I think he and I started by talking about Kansas years ago.
I'm sure his view's not skewed at all then about Peterson.
I'm not going to vouch for him. I think he can be objective.
I mean, when you call opinions lies, that kind of loses your.
Yeah, I'm very, very. That's a word that you have to use.
That kind of loses some credibility on objectivity.
Yeah,
And I already sat here and said that he probably gets drafted ahead of DeBonta, and I don't have a problem with it.
Well, you can be splitting hairs.
That's what I mean. Like, what are we doing here?
Freaking Dixie, these guys, boy. This is not the place to come if you need self-confidence. It's the place you come if you need to build resilience.
Alex with some hot takes in the chat already.
Well, what you got? Oh, no. A-Train, you can't say that.
That's why I didn't say it.
It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine.
It's fine.
It's totally fine.
It's like...
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put that one up there.
No, you good on that?
Yeah,
no? You cool?
Yeah,
No, I was talking to Shane. You cool on putting that up there, Shane?
I haven't put it up there yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll just leave that one for the feed.
It's perfect.
No, it's fine.
Wow, Ben, shots fired.
I mean, listen, he's a Jayhawks fan, and that's fine. I got no problem with it. Got no problem people disagreeing with me. But disagreeing with my opinion and saying it's a lie are not the same thing.
All right. A lot going on in the chat. What else we got?
Shane wants to know if the Trey Taylor decision
now we're
is
talking about crack. Oh, my God.
the new
Flaky
norm.
Jake in the stream?
Who?
Oh, boy. Shane, there's been a Flaky Jake sighting.
I'll keep an eye on it.
He was one of the
originals, yeah.
nicknames that I gave out because he is certifiable.
I don't even see him. Where is he?
So Shane's got the comment up.
Oh, could have been a crack. Who could have been a crackhead? What's happening here?
That's the kind of stuff he says. Golden State guy.
All right.
Yeah, you guys might be able to rock with that.
Well, we have to see how he feels about the current front office. That's how we would know if we can ride with him or not.
An absolute degenerate gambler.
Yeah?
Oh.
More than the people you actually nicknamed degenerate?
No, Aaron wants, he's on sport wrestling track, says Nebraska should be 17-15 tomorrow. I'm like, wow, it's Tuesday. We're on this already, Aaron.
I just like how the Jayhawks fan says I'm emotional when he's the one not like going hard for his team.
BP's harmless. He's fine.
All right.
He's absolutely fine. You'll be all right.
All right, Jake and I are cool.
See, I'm telling you. When I say nuts.
No, he knows. He knows.
If I had social media correctly, I'd show you some of his tweets.
Get my nuts.
Big emoji, exclamation.
Yeah.
Laughy face guy. Yeah. I think the only thing Jake turns down is his collars. This dude will get it in with anything. Well, high school, college, pros.
He's right about the current Lakers front or the current Warriors front office. So
what did he say?
He says, "I hate Joe Lacob and the current front office." So we're in. We're good to go.
Front offices are wild. Did you
see Buffalo yesterday?
Boy, they kept that guy too.
You just throwing guys under the bus?
Incredible.
That guy's still on your team, by the way. Like, what are you gonna do with Keon Coleman now?
I was mortified.
What are we doing? That guy's not. You gave that guy more responsibility.
What I hear yesterday in my little talking to, you got to be an adult. So just eat it, DB. All right, man, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't.
What are you talking about?
I don't have to eat.
Pressing.
No, I could not believe I don't know how you. Like, Keon Coleman still plays for you.
Yeah.
What do you do there?
That's so not what I thought you were going to say.
Like,
because I know you're chomping at the bit.
He still plays for you.
No, I know. I'm well aware.
And you're like, hey, let's give this guy. He seems like a good egg. Let's give him more responsibility.
Well aware.
Over this entire franchise. Love it. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Terrific decision.
They'll be moving on from old KC.
Yeah, they got to now.
You think?
I mean, I'm not coming.
Although somehow Kyler Murray's still in Arizona. That dude got bus rolled.
Dude, that guy has been getting bus rolled for like 3 years.
Over a video game.
He's been getting bus rolled.
Joe, all to the good. How we doing, buddy?
Where's Joe at? Jose Bueno. There we go.
My man said, what did he say?
He said, I'm sick of all these athletes crying, especially Mendoza. Holy bleep.
Your bleeps are selective. I'm curious. Is it a mom time of day thing?
My bleeps are selective.
Well, I almost never use them. You freely use them, but sometimes don't.
Yeah, it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
Oh, really?
I don't have a good reason.
How were you feeling yesterday after we left the show?
I felt like I needed to do some digging and some research, some investigative reporting, which I did.
Could you believe my phone? It's not like I was shot. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I felt like I needed to get some information. I feel like I did. I feel like I got some insight.
Do tell.
Well, so I was curious about the Trae Taylor situation and how that kind of came to be, right? Because I think for a lot of people, sort of came out of left field.
Oh, Lord.
Was just like, hey, here we go. He's coming to Nebraska, which, like, there was sort of the cryptic tweet a couple weeks ago where he's like, hey, I'm not planning to leave Mount Carmel or Carmel Catholic right now, but if I do, I'd be coming to Nebraska. And I think that was sort of
Is that right around the 16th or 17th of December?
A little after.
Okay.
A little after that. And I think people were like, wait, what is he talking about? Especially people here who maybe hadn't been in some of the rumor mills out there about him leaving schools. And so I think that was the first kind of inkling, and then it died down and nobody really thought about it again. And then yesterday, obviously, the announcement that he's moving to Lincoln and apparently going to Millard South. And so I'm like, okay, where did this come from? So I kind of started going, and I was kind of curious how he landed on Millard South, if I'm being honest. Like, I was just wondering if it was like a Jet Tamala thing. He said, hey, you had this other Power 4 quarterback that's, was pretty highly touted. Like, I was curious how that came to be. So I reached.
Are you trying to get under? What are we doing here?
I'm just trying to tell you what I found out.
Okay. All right.
Because I was curious. I was genuinely. This hasn't happened in Nebraska before.
This is the epitome of live, non-terrestrial talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have no idea what I'm about to say. This has not happened in Nebraska before, this situation, right? As far as I know, they haven't had a kid move into the state that was already committed in order to help them recruit moving forward. Right? Like, this is new territory. So I was curious how this happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went the high school route. I know a bunch of people that work in different high schools at different levels of coaching and administration and whatever. So I was like, I'm curious, was it Millard South or bust? Was it I'm just trying to get somewhere in Nebraska that I think is a good fit so I can be here locally? I was curious, like, if you're going to live in Lincoln, maybe why not a Lincoln school? I was curious about all these things, right? And so I talked to a bunch of people. I'm going to keep them all anonymous because I told them I would, and I don't want to, put them in bad spots. But it seems like to me the priority
Does this have anything to do with the phone call that I just got? Because he wouldn't call me at 7. He knows I'm working.
I don't know. Maybe. I didn't talk to him.
All right, dude. Okay, go ahead.
The sense that I got, and again, everybody is sort of in their own silo here. Mm-hmm. So I'm sort of trying to cobble together information and come up with whatever conclusion that I can come up with. The sense that I got that the priority for Trae Taylor was to just get to Nebraska. Like that was the priority number one in terms of being able to help with recruiting, being able to be closer to the program. He talked about sort of a soft red shirt year so that he could be around the program and in the facility as much as possible. So that was my takeaway talking to everybody that I did across sort of the high school scene in Omaha and Lincoln was didn't get the sense that it was, hey, I have to go to this school. He's like, I need to be in this place. So I think that's important when talking about, because I think a lot of people looked at the Millard South of it all and were like, oh, well, Millard South is just doing Millard South stuff or whatever, right? And, they had all the guys last year. That's the sense that I got. So I was curious. That's not how I think this went down. I think he was trying to get to Nebraska, and Millard South is where he landed. I also got the sense that he talked to multiple schools about possibly coming there. And I don't think that it was a foregone conclusion that it was going to be Millard South. I don't think it was a foregone conclusion that it was going to be anywhere necessarily, as long as he found a way to get to the state of Nebraska. I don't know if that's useful information to anybody or not, or how much that changes anybody's opinion about how things happened or what happened. But I do think it's interesting that he was so interested in coming to the state to be here for the next year that he found a way and found a place that he could play and be right here in Nebraska's backyard.
Yeah, when it would be easy. All I'm going to say is when it would be easy to do so. Mm-hmm. I am not going to pile on Millard South. I think sometimes things just.
I think sometimes things fall in your lap.
I think sometimes things just happen.
Yeah, and that's kind of the sense that I got was it wasn't. To me, it didn't feel like Millard South like cold DM'd Trae Taylor or something and was like, "Hey, you want to come play here? We lost our quarterback." That's not the sense that I got, and I think that's important. And listen, I got no love for Millard South. Everybody knows that, but I don't think this is what people were making it out to be about how it went down.
Hank, so Ben, can you highlight Ben? I think we have to be careful here because I just think Ben has to. You have to be careful with that.
Here's what I'll say about what Ben said. I have no idea.
They can, if people are on the pod, they can't hear what.
Yeah. So Ben said you have to. He said thinks I'm discounting Coach Rule's role in all of this, and then calls me silly. I don't have any idea. Let me be clear about that. I only talk to people at the high school level because those are the people I have direct access to. Right? So I have no idea of anything else that happened. I don't know. From the sense that I got, this seemed like a Trae Taylor idea, that he wanted to be here. And I think it goes all the way back to the blackout game last year, where it was a huge recruiting weekend for Nebraska, and he was having trouble getting here because of a state or a playoff game that he had. Mm-hmm. And I think he's trying to avoid that same situation to help out Nebraska this year. I think he wanted to be in a place where he didn't have to try and track down flights after a game to try and make it to Nebraska for what he considers very important weekends. That's where I think this was all birthed more than anything.
Yeah.
I have no idea outside of the high school people that I talk to. Like, I want to be clear about that. I'm not discounting any involvement of anyone else. That's not the sense that I got. I got the sense that Trae didn't like how pressed he was to get here to do the things he felt like he needed to do last year, so he found a way around that. That's the sense that I got. Take that for what you will. I'm not a reporter, so I'm just calling people I know and being like, hey, I'm not going to throw you under the bus. Just curious if you know anything about this. And that's where I got.
Shane, I can't read that comment. Can you bold my main man? He said, go back to Sadie.
I got it.
Taylor said on the news, Rule helped him get to Millard South. I don't know what help means, but that's what was said.
I don't know. I haven't talked to Coach Rule. I haven't talked to Trae Taylor directly about this. We talked to him on the show, I don't know, however many months ago, but I don't know. So I can't speak to anything besides what I found out.
Yeah.
That's all. The reason I think it's an interesting situation is what I started with. This hasn't happened at Nebraska before, where a guy moved in-state to help out recruiting before he enrolled here. That, to me, is the fascinating part about this situation. Is this a one-off? Is this something that, not just at Nebraska, but in other places, is going to start to happen? I don't know. We sort of saw it with Quinn Ewers.
Mm-hmm.
He did it. He moved up to Ohio, but we all thought that was more of an NIL rules thing. At the time, you couldn't make NIL money in high school in Texas. You could in Ohio. So that was sort of an interesting situation. Dylan did this. He moved to Buford, but I think he moved to Buford before he committed to Georgia, I think. So I don't know how connected those two were. That seemed more like a high school situation than a college situation for Dylan. So we've seen some one-offs that are similar. I'm curious if this is going to be the new norm, especially for quarterbacks, or if it'll start happening with guys that aren't quarterbacks.
Yeah. How it plays out is going to be fascinating because I think that's the way that this is actually moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because I think when guys are in this position and they're kind of early commits, and which is relatively what I would call Trae in this situation.
Oh yeah, he's been committed for a long time.
They're gonna ride for kind of the institution, and the fine line is between what do you do with what they're doing currently at their high school level versus what they aspire to be, because he's already where he wants to be as a school.
Yeah.
But he's not there yet from a playing standpoint.
Sure. Yeah.
Like he still has a couple of years to get there. So I could see guys in the meantime trying to get as close as they can to the institution as possible.
Well, and I think the phrasing he used in terms of a soft redshirt year is interesting, right? Because I think he does view this as a developmental year for coming to the University of Nebraska more than as much as he does an opportunity to help Nebraska recruit, right? So that's a really interesting way for him to phrase that and to talk about it as this is more about his personal development as a quarterback now as much as it is anything else, I also thought it was interesting. His dad chimed in on Twitter to one of the clips from us yesterday, because somebody responded, why are you driving an hour from Lincoln to Millard South and whatever? And he goes, hey, we drive farther than that now. He's like, we went to Carmel Catholic, not because it's a football powerhouse, because it's a great academic school. We do further than that now. This is less of a drive for us going from Lincoln to Millard South. So I think that's important too.
I do think two things though. Number one, I think he had to spend an inordinate amount of time getting fact finding.
Sure.
Number one,
and that's the sense I got from the people I talked to.
So there's that. Then the other thing is he's talking about something completely different. When people talk about the drive, they're talking to him. They're talking. This is how I gleaned it. They're talking about you don't live here. Why are you going there? He's talking about just the logistics. The logistics of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think they're talking about two different things.
That makes sense. I took it the way that his dad did. And I was like, it's an hour. People from the Chicago area, that's not anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't. But I don't.
But that makes sense.
I don't think that's what the comments were.
No, especially in light of the Millard South of it all. I think that is probably more what people meant is, neighborhood kids playing for neighborhood schools and things like that. And I'm just going to tell you, like, that's not what the rules are right now. So I got to know what to tell you. And I'm going to guess, again, I didn't talk to Trae or his dad. I'm going to guess if it came down to, hey, you have to live in the neighborhood, then they would have moved to the neighborhood they needed to live in. Like, this seemed like a thing they were going to make happen one way or the other because they wanted to be here.
If that school had a spot for them.
Yes. Like, if they were, whatever place ended up having the opportunity he was looking for, they would have moved wherever they needed to in order to make that happen. Mm-hmm. Like, that is the sense that I got from all of this. So I think if he's from Chicago and he moves to Lincoln and goes to Millard South, or moves to a Millard South neighborhood and goes to Millard South, what's the difference? Like, he's not from the Millard. Like, who cares?
Yeah, that's I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, what's the difference at that point?
I agree.
He's moving here to go to school here. Who cares what his commute is at that point?
I completely agree.
So I think that's interesting. I think that's an interesting part of this whole situation is the dynamics moving forward. Let's take a quick break here. Wanted to make sure that we got into that because I did think some of those conversations were super interesting. I thought some of them were super immature, but I thought some of them were super interesting. And listen, Trae, if you haven't enrolled yet, maybe you got your directions mixed up and you end up at Millard North instead. I'm just saying. Wouldn't hurt my feelings.
Oh,
I hear Alan Burrell is a terrific offensive mind.
Shameful.
Just think about it. The academics at Millard North are incredible. IB program, whole bit. I'm saying
a lot of perfect ACT.
A lot of perfect ACT scores.
At least 3 years ago.
A lot of high academic achievement at good old Millard North High School. So maybe, he's not from here. Maybe he got his directions. Maybe he got his directions mixed up on his way to 144th and Pacific. Just something to think about if you haven't enrolled yet. That's DBM Ravi Lulla at Hurrdat Sports Live.
I just told the guys in the locker room, everybody's got to be ready. Braden's given us a lot, obviously, this season on both ends of the floor, and everybody's got to be ready to step up in his absence and contribute. And I thought guys did that tonight. I thought Jared gave us some good minutes. I thought that lineup with Kale in there at the end at the 4 gave us some good defensive versatility. And, we've got guys that I think with everything that we've done are built to play big minutes. And we're going to have to probably change some things in practice now. And, we get pretty physical with them at times with when we have to. But you may have to change that up a little bit now, especially, we got 2 games here in obviously a very short amount of time, heading into a really tough Minnesota team on an early game on Saturday, so we won't do a ton of live reps in practice the next couple days, and then we got another 2-day prep after that. So, we'll get through it. Next man up mentality. That's how it goes in this business, and I'm confident in that locker room.
Make the first one. They end up calling a timeout. So low-key got iced a little bit. But come out of timeout. Shot it. It felt good, but it looked a little long, so I was just going to chase after it. I saw bounce right. kind of took it from 0. Was going to head to the basket, but 7 got in my way, and honestly, I was just trying to draw a foul because he had kind of impeded my path. So and then, of course, you just got to get a shot up on the rim, and there's, 1 second left, 2 seconds left. So like you said, kind of, I wouldn't say threw up a prayer, but I was trying to draw the foul, and it just happened to bank and go in. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of our guys' effort. I thought, we're still, it's not an excuse. We lost another guy this week, Wesley Yates, on Monday, and just a basic non-contact rebound drill. But I love the fight of our guys. I thought, to have this many freshmen playing against a team like Nebraska is right now, they're playing as well as anybody in the country. Their pace is phenomenal. I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Hoiberg and their staff, but their players to be in the shape and to share the basketball the way they do is really impressive. And I know a lot of coaches have probably said that they're impressive offensively and defensively. But my team, I'm proud of these guys for the way they competed and hung in the game, because you guys have seen a lot of teams you come in and when they start making shots and the crowd gets rocking, which, by the way, that was the best crowd that we played in front of this year. That's impressive too. But our guys to keep fighting back when the game could have got away from us really easily. And so just really proud of our competitive spirit tonight.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
13 on the shot clock. Out it comes now to Hoiberg. Drives the ball, jump stop, 2 feet in the paint. Left side Garcia, 3 ball on the way. It's good! He rings the bell, bang-a-rango for JG. Jared Garcia. Huskers by 10.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill.
I am absolutely terrified right now.
Yeah, this doesn't look good. I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Why won't it give me my account back?
I think somebody hacked you and locked you out. Is what it looks like.
That is,
which would be horrifying.
So people have gone through. You know who went through this?
Who?
Connor
Haps?
Yeah. And somehow he got it back.
Oh, you might need to
send I know, but I can't call him. He's working now.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Damn it.
Yeah, you might need to send him a little texty text then.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't either. This hasn't happened to me.
No.
Knock on wood.
It's not funny.
I'm not laughing. You're laughed. I'm not laughing.
It is absolutely not funny.
No, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
This is like a nightmare.
That much is true.
You know, it's not a nightmare.
What's that?
Glow Big Red.
No, you're right.
We love Glow Big Red. It's an opportunity to give money to your favorite part of the university, whether it's athletics, whether it's arts and culture, the fraternities and sororities, different colleges and departments, whatever part of the university is your favorite. You can help support them during the Glow Big Red event. Starting February 11th at noon and concluding February 12th at noon, you can get a free Husker canvas tote bag for every $75 donation that you make during Glow Big Red. It's glowbigred.unl.edu to make a donation and to get all the details on where your gift can go. Don't forget to spread the word. If you make a donation, put it on social media and hashtag Glow Big Red. We love supporting the university. Big fans.
Big fans.
Big fans. We're going to talk to Ryan Roberts here in just a minute. He is from A to Z Sports. We were talking earlier in the week about the talent level between Indiana and Miami. He's in a unique position of being a draft analyst and a college football guy. So I wanted to talk to him about what he saw and what he's putting together, because I was only able to find the one 7-round mock draft to get a sense of what NFL people maybe thought about the talent level in that game. So I was like, you know what, let's just talk to a draft guy, see what he's got for us. So we'll do that here in just a few minutes. But, there was another basketball game on last night. I don't know if you know that.
There's a lot. Do you know what I actually watched too?
What's that?
Northwestern and USC.
Oh, I thought maybe you were going to say you watched the Australian Open for me.
No, it's 2 a.m. I was not thinking about the second round of the Aussie Open.
Hey, it's the best time, right?
Well, shout out to me for at least knowing it's the second round.
Yeah, we're heading into the third, but you're right. There's second round matches last night.
Oh, shoot.
We got some Americans playing well. Ben Shelton looks like he's in good form.
Oh,
I'm excited.
Man.
Lerner Tien, young American. It's terrific.
My man BP came over here choosing violence.
I'm not even paying attention to what he said today.
No, it's not you. It's TNTK. It's TNTK. It's TNTK.
Yeah. That's fine.
Man.
They're having fun. It seems like they're having a good time today. Seems like the chat's getting combative.
Well, TK ain't going nowhere until he has to go to work. He'll give as good as he gets. I'm just trying to figure out what's wrong.
Oh, shoot. I think Kugler got hacked too.
No, he's making fun of me.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, because that was the
Wow. Kevin.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Kevin.
So I have to really actually do some homework to get my account back.
Yeah, you might have to get into Twitter technical support. That's probably the only.
I'm gonna ask Happer.
Yeah, that's probably the only way you're getting it back though. Is you're gonna have to.
Well, the hardest part of this whole deal is just to recalibrate my focus.
Yeah, just dial in.
It's like
be competitive, make it a game.
Oh, I'm trying.
Gotta lock in. It's gonna be all right.
I am absolutely trying.
Maybe Kugler just hacked your account. Maybe he's the one that did it. Maybe
he does a lot of foul things. Jokingly, he knows that would drive me up the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is, boy, talk about
that's frustrating. We don't like that.
No,
not a fan.
No, we don't.
Not a fan of that at all.
Jose just says, ask Gronk.
Who?
Gronk.
Yeah, ask Gronk.
Gronk is the tight end. He wouldn't know.
Yeah, ask him too. He might know. Maybe he hacked it.
Oh, man. That Joker got hacked. That is so sad. That is so sad. It's been a great run, everybody. Been a great run.
You had a good go there?
Yeah.
Do we need to memorialize your Twitter account?
No, I'm gonna try to get it back.
Like pour one out?
Is it like what did those people do when they would lock up your stuff and force you to pay ransomware?
Oh, yeah.
You think that's what it is?
No, it's probably just somebody hacked your account and then changed the password so you can't get back in. So you have to go directly to Twitter to be like, hey, this isn't me. I didn't authorize this change. Look, it came from somewhere in Somalia or somewhere. And oh, those are different kind of pirates. My bad.
I was like, why Somalia?
I was thinking pirates.
No, that's not.
Got internet pirates versus actual pirates.
Glad you have a Lance says, do you have a password reset? I think. I just don't know what I'm doing.
I do. Yeah, I don't either. I have I think you have to go directly to Twitter. Say, hey, help.
I'll get tutelage. It's fine.
Hey, Elon, I need your help.
Hey, T-Mac, if you're still in, I'm sending you a message. Anyway, carry on, my wayward son.
No,
there's just a lot of misinformation out there, so
there's a lot of misinformation about everything. What
do I call him in my phone?
Who?
Terrence.
Oh, I have T-Mac.
Yeah.
Probably.
No.
I don't know.
Mr. Clean.
I don't I would never find anyone in your phone.
It's hard. It's hard. I sometimes I have to do a good job of memorizing.
Like if something happened and you're like, Ravi, get my phone and call this person, I would never find them.
Yeah, I know.
I would be like, this is who's.
Well, some people are what they are. Most people are what they are. It's just a nickname.
Who's Felicia don't live here no more? I don't know what that is. I
think people would know who L3 is in my phone.
Who is in living color? I don't know what that is.
Shane's his regular name.
Just Shane?
S. Schellenberg.
Yep.
Or Sugar Shane.
Sugar Shane.
Yeah. I mean, there's like tricky ones.
There's a lot of tricky ones. Every time you're looking for somebody in your phone, you're like, I don't know what that.
Action Jackson.
Everybody,
almost like.
You have Suave. Is that what his?
I mean, but it's all something to do with who they are. Like T-Mose is T-Mose.
I don't know. I would never find anybody in your phone.
Amazing D.
Yeah.
That's funny to say out loud.
I was just saying, you might want to change that one.
Team Loch Ness. What? I still think that's the most made up thing.
No, it's like, I think it's, I can't remember the animal. It's like manatees, I think.
That's not a manatee.
It's upside down. It's doing some stuff.
Although, do you follow Science Girl on Twitter? I mean, I won't be following anybody on Twitter here for a while, but she had a picture of a potato yesterday that looked just like a hippopotamus.
See, you never know. Things can look like things.
She's amazing, and she's in a different part of the country because all her tweets come between 1 a.m. and like 4:30 a.m.
Maybe she's just like you and doesn't sleep.
I think she's in a different part of the world.
Maybe she could be West Coast, but those are still between 11 and 2. That's not like normal times.
Yeah.
That's like Jacob hours.
Well, I need him.
That's when he finishes the show.
Wake up, JP.
That's when he finishes the show from the day before and tells me I'm wrong about everything.
He does that to me too, Shane.
He does to everybody.
The whole, what I mess up the other day? Khalil Mack and Malik Mack?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's an equal opportunity hater.
100%. He strives for accuracy in all things.
Barbara Manatee.
Listen, you gotta love those Veggie Tales, man. You probably didn't know I'd know that one.
It's pretty good.
Barbara Manatee's a deep cut.
That is pretty
Dude,
good.
I could sing the song.
So I'm glad you found the humor in that.
Yeah.
That was extremely funny from SkyMax.
That's a deep cut, SkyMax.
How about, so can I get back to, you said another basketball game last night.
Yeah.
Why?
What other I mean, Creighton hit a buzzer beater. That was cool. That was pretty sweet, I thought. Actually, what I really liked about it,
that they may not be able to win a game unless they score 85.
What did Mac tell us at the start of the year? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
There might be a lot of 97, 96s.
Yeah,
or 99, 98s or whatever.
We chuckled, but
I thought he was serious. I just thought they'd score 99 more than they have.
Oh, boy.
I thought the thing that I liked the most about it was I was really impressed. How many times in that situation do you see the guy miss the free throw and hang his head?
Yeah, he went and got it.
The second
right away
he let go, he knew he missed, he knew where he missed, and he was the first one to that ball.
The best thing about that, though, I get the hustle and knowing where that's going to miss, but here we go at Bizarro World. Nice job, Buffalo. Was the angle off the glass?
Oh, God. Do you think he meant to bank it? That's the real question. I thought yes. I thought he meant to bank it.
That angle was incredible.
Horrifying angle.
I was like,
that's like a Tim Duncan angle. You're like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
But
like it wasn't the Stephen Ashworth one from a couple years ago where he 100% did not mean to bank that thing.
Do you think it's etched that almost every time you step on the court, this is for an NCAA berth, short of going to New York? Like, do you say that out loud?
I think you have to. I mean, like, if you don't know that, then what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is like
you could know you have to take care of the ball too, and you reach a point of diminishing returns to keep talking about turnovers.
Yeah, but if it
just as a
no, I think more for me, and I think Mac has brought this up before when he's had some teams that struggle from the free throw line, because the turnover thing isn't to me something that'll like get in your head. Like I don't think you're turning it over more if you talk about it too much. I do think you can miss more free throws if you talk about it too much, like sort of a psychological thing. So maybe that is like, hey, if you don't want them to tighten up, but I mean they're 12-8, right? They have one quad one win. They're not getting in the NCAA tournament short of going 9-1, 9-2 on the way out, whatever they've got left, or just winning in New York. So the only games you can drop, and you have to get one of them, right, is because you got to get some quality wins. They dropped 2 spots in Ken Palm last night, by the way.
Yeah.
So the only ones you can afford to lose is you can lose one against UConn, and then you have to beat St. John's. And you can lose one against UConn and probably one against Nova since you already beat them once. Those are the games you can lose.
Mm.
Otherwise, you have to go get quality wins because there's not a – this is what I was talking about yesterday with the Big East being down. There's not a lot of quality wins here.
Oh, I know.
There's only three top 25 Ken Palm teams left on their schedule in Villanova, UConn, and St. John's. And then you've got one additional top 50 team in Seton Hall. So you have to beat Seton Hall, so you split with them. But there's a lot of these that are damning losses if you take them.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is you know, for all the hand-wringing consternation about, like, Creighton's schedule and its hectic and days off, I'm going back to – and this depends on Frager's health. Like, I'm not one of those people that's, like, panicking and trying to project when he'll come back, right? Because
we do need to talk about that, though.
Because I think with him – wait, is Ryan ready?
Ryan's here, yeah.
Oh, thanks you for producing.
Good morning, Damon.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I guess in the middle of the show, we should probably listen to our producer and know that our guest is here.
Let's get to Ryan Roberts. He's an NFL draft and college football analyst for A to Z Sports. Ryan, how's it going, man? How we doing?
I'm good, fellas. How are you guys?
Ryan, don't mind us. It just, you know, behind the scenes how the sausage is made. There's this thing that usually happens when you have producers. They'll like say, hey, your guest is here, or, you know, give you a little heads up.
Or, hey, you want to get to Gary Java or whatever.
I would have DM'd you, but.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Now, he's making fun of me this morning, Ryan, because I have epically lost my Twitter. I got hacked, and so I'm. They're trying to give me like this makeshift account, and I was like, guys, this is like 60,000 followers. Like, this is how I kind of.
Are you DMing people about voting for their Spotify podcast? Because I've gotten a lot lately.
A lot of crypto. And it's weird coming from a guy that knows absolutely nothing about crypto, but apparently not knowing a lot about a lot doesn't matter to my job because I'm pretty much clueless on everything. That's why we're calling you. We're going to talk draft.
Ryan, more difficult to decipher, projecting the crypto market or the quarterback market this year in the NFL draft.
Ooh.
I mean, crypto's got to be way more difficult. This quarterback class, I think, is pretty cut and dry.
Pretty straightforward.
One kid who, you have one kid that's going to go first overall, and then you have maybe one that goes somewhere in the first round in Ty Simpson. Maybe if a team gets desperate. Otherwise, we're talking about 2 to 3 day two quarterbacks, and then a whole lot of day three developmental hopeful guys. You know, like I don't think if there was for sure a Trinidad Chambliss in this class, which is questionable, obviously, with him trying to get that last year of eligibility back, and obviously some guys not having good seasons, some guys choosing to go back, like Lenore Sellers, who did not have a good year. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it really is. So I don't think it's not going to take a good evaluator this year, a good scout, a good media member, anybody, or just a casual fan to look at this quarterback class and say, like, yep, this is not the year to need volume at quarterback for sure, and it's not the year to want a top 10 pick right now because, I mean, we were talking about all season of if you're like the Tennessee Titans or a team like that doesn't need a quarterback, this might be a great spot to trade back because you can, recoup draft capital and get a lot more swings at the ball and hopefully be able to capitalize on just kind of the volume of capital. But this year, I mean, who's going to trade up for any quarterback outside of Fernando Mendoza's good number one? So it's very, very straightforward. It's probably maybe the easiest position group this year to decipher because everyone just kind of knows what it is, unfortunately.
So hindsight being 2020, when you go back and you look at the Nussmeyers, the Sellers, the Lagways, the Klubniks, of the eggs that were laid, which one were you the most right about, and which one were you the most wrong about?
Let's throw Nussmeier in there too.
I said Nussmeier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I think I was most right about Aller and Nussmeier. I was very hesitant on both players going into the year, especially Aller. Like unfortunately he got hurt, and you never want to prey on someone's downfall for getting injured, obviously. But I mean, I just didn't say it. Like I understand we're going to look at just the raw size and arm strength and get very excited from a preseason evaluation perspective, but I mean that kid just at accuracy was all over the place. Don't think he processed very well. Like, his mechanics are wonky, from a snap-to-snap perspective. So I guess Aller was probably the one that I was most right about, kind of tied-ish with Garrett Nussmeier. But the one I was most wrong with was Lenora Sellers, who went back to school. I mean, I was just betting on that second-year jump, in the SEC, seeing what he was able to do as kind of a work in progress as a redshirt freshman, 19-year-old in the SEC, how he finished the 2024 season strong. I thought that he was going to parlay that into some early season success and kind of ride the wave and be a top 10 NFL draft pick with the athleticism and, the arm talent that kid has. But unfortunately, he had a really poor season, which, he was forced to go back. He had options that if he wanted to enter the portal, he probably could have went somewhere else, but he decided to stay with South Carolina. So we'll see how that works out for him. But I think that Sellers was definitely my biggest miss from like a preseason evaluation process this year.
So I want to talk about Mendoza here for a second. Obviously, he's I think everybody assumes the number one pick and probably rightfully so. What's his eval outside of he's clearly the best guy in this draft? Like, where does he kind of measure up to you in terms of other prospects, either what we're projecting in next year's class, which, as we just discussed with this year's class, can be very dangerous, or in recent classes where would he have slotted in better quarterback classes?
Sure. It's a deep conversation that we're continuously having because, he is by default the number one player in this number one quarterback in this class and potentially the top overall pick in this class because it's not a good quarterback class. It's not a good offensive tackle class. And it's a good edge class. It's not like a great edge class either, though, right? So, like, the premium positions that typically go very high in drafts are not amazing this year. It's more of like linebacker, safety are really good this year, which is just kind of like an atypical draft. So, for him, like, I think the best way to put it was, in the Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Michael Penix class, he's probably quarterback 4 behind the Williams, Daniels, Drake May tier. So that is to say, like, he's a good player, I think he has a very high floor to him, especially like he's got the requisite size. He's got good arm strength for NFL standards. Not great, but good. He's a very clean processor, gets the ball out of his hands. He's got toughness to him. He's an intelligent kid. So, like, he's got all those baseline, like, intangible things and tangible things that say, like, he's going to be a good NFL quarterback. But there is a lack of ceiling with him, though. Like, I think he's more in, like, if we're going to kind of compare him to a modern quarterback, he's probably in, like, that Jared Goff tier of quarterback, which is, by all accounts, a good NFL quarterback, obviously, right? Like, you can win with that player. And if you have a good structure around him, he can make things better. But as a first overall pick that's going to get thrown into the fire of a bad Raiders team that has a bad offensive line, needs to add weapons, needs stability, just in general, obviously bringing in a new coaching staff, it's going to be a little bit of sink or swim. And I think that he, again, can be a good player in the right situation. But is he a guy that's going to elevate a really bad team to being an average team and then, hopefully a couple takes up in the next 2 or 3 years? I do have questions on that, but I do think that the floor he brings to the table is very nice. And I think that, again, he should be probably at his peak, in my opinion, somewhere from a 8 to 12 quarterback in the league, which, again, is an above average quarterback, obviously, which is a good quarterback. But I do question if he ever has the upside to being a, top 6 to 7 guy in any given year. Like, I'm not sure if he quite has that ceiling to him.
Hey, so let me ask you something, Ryan. Is there some sort of unintended consequence with NIL and the number of starts and guys that may not stay in school? I'm thinking about guys like Dante Moore, where the NFL at some point, after you get through this little lull here, that they could actually benefit from guys playing more college football at the quarterback spot? Or is that just because it's a down class?
Yeah. No, it's a good question. We've had a lot of conversation about that too. I think NIL is actually good for professional development because it does make it more lucrative and more attractive for players to go back to school. I mean, it used to be like the no-brainer. We know players have been getting paid behind the scenes for a long time, but like the fact that it's more visible means that the number value can go a little bit higher now, right? And people are going to shy away from that number value. So it makes tough decisions a lot easier now to go back to school and to be able to develop. So I think it could be a blessing in disguise for Dante, who has 20 career starts, but 5 of them happened 3 years ago at this point at UCLA. You know what I mean? So, like,
yeah,
it can help absolutely, and I think you can't substitute for experience. I think that experience, especially at quarterback, offensive line, like there's some positions where I think experience matters so much, like it really does. So I think it can be super beneficial. I think where we come into a little bit of a tough spot, though, is when you combine NIL with the transfer portal. I think that those can be counterproductive against each other because back to school, more starts, more experience is a good thing. But if a player's jumping, let's say he's been in 3 different systems in 4 years because he's been in 3 different schools, well, I think that hurts development for sure because you're learning a new system.
And we're kind of seeing that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I 100% agree. Like it is very counterproductive. So I think that there was a way that we could somehow mandate, the transfer portal a little bit better, and we can kind of separate the two because unfortunately, now that we have agents involved and schools, talking to players for months and months before they ever even into the portal, that's making things extremely muddy because the good development that we're hoping to have is hurts a lot when guys have to jump from school to school for more money. So I think that those things together does actually hurt you a little bit. I think NIL in a vacuum can be extremely beneficial, but until we regulate, the ability for players to transfer or at least help it as much as we can, I do think that part, then being mixed, does hurt people a little bit.
So, Ryan, let's move off of quarterbacks here for a second. In this draft, let's say positional value and team needs be damned. Who's the best player in this draft? Who do you like the most?
I think it's Arvell Reese from Ohio State. I know he didn't have like the strongest end to the season from like a pure production perspective, but I think if there is a player that ends up being, and I think there's a couple guys that are kind of fighting for blue chip status, but if there's a guy that becomes like a perennial all-pro, I think it's Arvell, just because you can't, like the unteachables for a second that we have, you can't teach 6'4", 245, long arms, explosive. Like you can't teach that stuff. That's the unteachable stuff. The teachables, I think, are also pretty strong in developing. I mean, people forget he's only a 1-year starter. He played a lot in 2024 as a rotational player, but that year it was Sonny Styles and Cody Simon. Like that was their 2 main linebackers. So Arvell was a rotational player, and at Mike, what we saw this year as a 21-year-old, I think that is a great process and progress into the future because I think his eyes are a lot better than people maybe are going to give him credit for. I think his feel and coverage is a lot better than people are going to give credit for. So I think he's got some of the intangible stuff behind him as well. But again, like the God-given gifts they're notable, man. So like he's a guy that I think legitimately could be an all-pro Mike down the road. I think he could be a guy that could play some Sam. I think he's a guy that could play on ball at times and rush and be a sub-rush.
It's hard for those off-ball guys,
Yeah. Things happen fast, man. Like I played linebacker, so I think people kind of underestimate like how fast things happen, and how quick the processing. And a lot of people talk about reaction, right? Like being a reactive player. It's more proactive on the second level. Like that's why film study is so important. That's why understanding keys and understanding tendencies and understanding do they like to do in this type of formation. Like it looks like guessing at times, but it's about film study, and you have all those things kind of behind you. And I think that it happens whether you are a freak show like him or you're an undersized inside linebacker who just gets by off of his instincts. It happens fast on the second level. And what I was talking about before about like where experience matters for development, linebacker is one of them, man. Like I want guys to play football because things move so fast. When you're on the third level, you have a little bit more time to be a reactionary player. On the second level, things can happen in the blink of an eye. What's happening in front of you from a blocking scheme? What eye candy are they trying to give you offensively? There's a lot of things that happen in like a 1.5 seconds that you really need to decipher quickly.
So let me ask you something, because he's one of those guys I think we were on super early. We did a preview before the season started about Ohio State, and we were talking with some of those guys that follow their program. And Arvell Reese was a guy that was intriguing to me. When you look at off-ball guys like that, how much do you think – and it's always a tough eval because those guys want to get paid, but are they real edge rushers? What's the value now in the way that the NFL game is played? And he's obviously gifted physically. Is he good enough to get past the lack – I got to say this correctly. For what he could be and how you value him, statistically, it's disjointed. Right, I get the 6.5 sacks, but I mean, you're going to look at productivity too and being busy. Is he good enough physically to overcome what the film may not show you when you talk a lot about his intangibles?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think you saw disjointedness this past season in terms of what he was asked to do from a first half of the season to a second half of the season. Like when you look at the splits of him being blitzed and him lining up from interior and outside rush opportunities, it was very disjointed. I don't know what went into it exactly, but for whatever reason, Matt Patricia just kind of used him a lot differently down the stretch. And I think it really did hurt his production because, like, early on in the year, I mean, he had some huge games against some good opponents. Like, I mean, his Texas game was bonkers, you know what I mean? And it was like one of those things where I just feel like he was used differently for whatever reason.
He was pretty good against Miami too.
Yeah, no, he was. And sometimes the hidden production, right, is that there were a couple games down the stretch that people would say, like, it was a down game for Arvell Reese because he only had, like, 4 or 5 tackles. But, like, when you really go watch it, it's like they weren't able to run the football because he is forcing early cutbacks or he's just in the proper gap and the guys have to bounce, they have to spill, like, all these types of things. So I think there's some context to, like, the lack of production at times. But overall, like, I just think that he needs – and – situation is important for most players, but he needs a really creative defensive coordinator. Like, I don't want to see him as a guy that is just read and react on the second level, never blitz him. You know, that's all he does. He kind of is a little bit more static. Like, I don't want that type of player. I want him. I mean, honestly, you know what's funny is, like, he would have been a perfect, like how they were the Redskins at that point. But, like, when the Redskins used LeVar Arrington back in the day, right, who was kind of a little bit of a hybrid player himself coming out of Penn State, because they play like more of a 3-4 alignment. So, like, they allowed him to do a lot of different things, rushing off the edge, tracking back in coverage, playing on the second level. Unfortunately, Arvell is in a state of the NFL right now where, I mean, teams are running majority sub at this point, right? So, like, 3-4 alignments, 4-3 alignment, that stuff is kind of a moot point at this point, right? Because you're just in sub all the time. But I do think if he comes to a defensive coordinator, and I feel like a New England Patriots would be a great fit. Obviously, not going to get it, picking at the end of the second round. But I'm just thinking of, like, these creative defensive coordinators, these creative teams just in general that have utilized guys like Jamie Collins and a better version of, like, Dante Hightower and, like, those types of players. He's a hybrid player. I think some people are going to cast him as a tweener. And when you say tweener, that's a very negative connotation to me. That means he's between two spots, and I don't necessarily think that he fits well into either one. I think he's a hybrid player. Like, I think that he could do really well in multiple alignments, which I think is why, again, I'm buying into, like, the rare traits that he brings to the table.
Are you thinking like a Tennessee with now Robert Saleh there? Is that something that would make sense?
I think so. I mean, I know I know Saleh doesn't really blitz a ton, though, from the second level traditionally. Like, he's more of a get after 4 and then kind of drop type of defensive mind. But he is, though, a perfect example of, I think he is a smart enough defensive coordinator and a really respected defensive mind where if you gave him a Swiss Army knife like that, I think he would adjust to utilize that player, right? Like, that's kind of the whole thing I'm looking at is, like, I want a defensive coordinator or a head coach with a defensive background that understands how to utilize his personnel. Because, like, when you look at him, when he was in San Francisco the first time, so when he was in San Francisco the second time, you can even look at the Jets in between, they were not always the same cut and dry system. I do think that he fit his players' skill sets into the system, or he made the system what his players were able to do well instead of just kind of fitting them in a square peg into a round hole a little bit, right? So I do think he's an example of a guy that I think would figure it out, but I really do think that it is going to depend on who he lands with, because Reese has special upside, but it is going to depend on if he is asked to do the right things on the next level.
Let me ask you something, Ryan, but especially with kind of the loves, Tate will be one of those guys. Jordan Tyson could potentially be one of those guys. Do you have a cutoff for a skill guy that you're not willing to go in terms of where they should be picked in a draft? Do you have any hard and fast rules where you say, I'm not taking a wide receiver in the top 5. I'm not taking a running back in the top blank unless they, like, do you do that when you assess the draft right now?
So like, wide receiver is an interesting one because I don't think it's necessarily a pick cutoff, especially in this class, again, that kind of lacks some of the premium positions. Like most years I probably wouldn't want to draft Cornell Tate in the top 5, but this year I would be okay with it in a certain situation because I just think that it's not a great class, right? So I think the context is kind of there. But like to your question of valuing guys like as first round players, for instance, I'm a big, and I've learned this from a couple misses early, is I value different points of separation. And what I mean by that is I think when people hear the word separate as a receiver, they think of guys that are great route runners that can, obviously get in and out of their breaks and they snap it off and they create that easy separation in and out of breaks. I think that there's different types of separation. Like there's obviously that. There's guys that are just straight up athletes that can just run by guys, right? Or they can separate just with pure foot speed or pure foot quickness. And then there's guys that can separate in the air. Now, the guys that are the 50-50 separators in the air, that is in a less efficient way, in my opinion, of separating. But if you can do 2 of those things well, I think that you deserve to be a potential first-round pick. I don't need guys to be 3-level separators, like those 3 kind of hit points. If you're one of those guys, then, you're Julio Jones.
Yeah,
right?
like lock stock.
You're Calvin Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Calvin Johnson, Julio, like you're the rare guys, obviously, that come out. But if you are a guy that can do 2 of those things well, you should go in the first round. If you're a guy that can only do 1, though, like that one-trick pony, even if it's really valuable, it's a hard sell to me as like a first rounder. So like I'll give you an example of like I like Denzel Boston from Washington, the wide receiver, as a player. Like I would be happy for him to be on my football team, but I don't think I would spend a first round capital on that guy just because I think that he is probably mostly a separator in the air. Can be a successful player, has upside to be a very important aspect in your room. But as a guy in the first round, if I can only depend on one single area that they're able to create separation, that's where I kind of get some pause a little bit as an evaluator.
Are guys, what do you think when you watch games like Miami and you pit Bain Jr. against a guy like Mesidor? If you were playing the long game, is it Bain all day long, or would you make an argument?
There's always an argument to it because it's like in that situation, it's would I rather have Ruben Bain in the top 5 or top 10, or would I rather have Akeem Mesidor maybe in the 40 range, right? Like a potential early second rounder. That's where like the value conversation does come in, which is super fascinating to me. But I really think it depends on the situation, right? Like if I'm a team, like let's say the New England Patriots, for argument's sake, like they maybe lose this weekend, or maybe they lose in the Super Bowl. So like they're one real big step away from that's a Super Bowl team. Well, you might like Mesidor a little bit more for the short term, right? Because he's an older prospect. He's not as physically gifted as Ruben Bain, but he probably has a deeper pass rush bag. He probably has a better feel for the position right now, just based upon the experience, all that type of stuff. Like you might value that guy a little bit more than taking a chance on Ruben Bain, who is having he had a great run in the playoffs and he had a great beginning of the year. It was a little bit up and down in the middle, but he's more of a player where you need a creative mind and a guy that is able to utilize him well, because there's a debate around the NFL still of what's the best alignment, what's the best position, what's the upside, and he is going to be a historical outlier from his body type perspective. So there's going to be a lot of debate, and there should be debate, like Ruben Bain could end up being an outlier in the good way of like that guy, even though he has shorter arms, he has a really funky body type for the defensive end position, he's the guy that made it work, right? Like he could be that guy, or you could look back and say, man, history really told us that body type doesn't work for being a top 10 pick. Like that's not what that guy tends to be. So there's a little bit of an upside gamble with a Ruben Bain compared to a Mesidor. Like Mesidor's ceiling is not that high, but his floor is extremely high. Like he's a professional pass rusher. You know what I mean? So the value of where you're drafting guys, I think, makes really unique conversations. But I mean, if we're just comparing 1-to-1, you're going to take a chance on Ruben Bain, obviously, because he just has a little bit more twitch, a little bit more bend. Like he just has more of those athletic gifts compared to a Mesidor.
Are you a Peter Woods guy?
It's such a loaded question. I mean, I love Peter Woods' 2024 tape. I thought it was really, really good because, I mean, even though I didn't love Wes Goodwin as a defensive coordinator, you saw that, like, Peter Woods could do so many different things.
Like something happened at Clemson, clearly.
Yes. Which is so weird, right? Because, I mean, that team imploded, but in theory, you're like, you went from Wes Goodwin to Tom Allen. It's like that defense should be
better,
schematically better. Like, it should be better, But for whatever reason, all the defensive players regressed. I mean, they did. I mean, I guess you could say Avion Terrell didn't regress. Like, he was still a good player, but like Peter Woods regressed, T.J. Parker regressed. Like, there was regression all over the place for that defense, which is just really strange. But I still buy into the ball of chaos, the explosiveness. You know, he plays really low to the ground, plays a good natural leverage for whatever reason. And this is why the evaluation process on the NFL side is so fascinating to me, because if I want to be in a room and talk to him and just be like, the question would be very, very easy phrase, but very direct. Hey, Peter, you were better in 2024 than 2025. Why? Like it's a very easy question, you know, and you want to hear his answer to it. And maybe stuff that we don't know, like maybe he was dealing with an injury all year, or maybe he just wasn't a fit in the defensive system. Like there's some context to why the production wasn't quite as good. But in this class, again, I still buy into Peter Woods. I still think he's the best defensive tackle in this class, but he's not the top 5 pick that I thought he might be going into the year. He's probably more somewhere 8 to 14 or somewhere in that range. But I still like the player a lot, but I do want to investigate and figure out exactly like what happened in 2025 at Clemson.
Okay, Ryan, I want to go back to Miami, Indiana here for a second, because we talked about this kind of going into the game, coming out of the game, about the talent level differentiation there. Obviously, in the recruiting rankings and things like that, Miami blew Indiana out of the water. It seems like, at least in the mock drafts that I've been able to find, that gets much closer and maybe even in favor of Indiana when you get into who's going to get drafted this year. When you looked at those two teams on Monday, who did just off your pure eye test and what you do for a living, who jumped out as you as like, that team has more talent?
I mean, Miami had more raw gifts for sure, but I picked Indiana because I think they're the perfect example of when it's close enough in talent, coaching matters. You know what I mean? And it's no disrespect to Mario Cristobal. I think Mario Cristobal did quite a good job with Miami this year, but Curt Cignetti is, I mean, outside of Kirby Smart, he's probably the best in the business. And I think you could even make an interesting conversation now after what you just saw that, like, is he the best in the business? You know what I mean? Like that was a team that was built off of experience, solid tools, but they were just so consistent. I mean, they were like one of those teams where you're just like, are they elite in any one area? I mean, obviously you could say like the quarterback was elite. I mean, he won the Heisman, so like he's elite. There was a couple spots where you're like, okay, that's borderline elite. But for the most part, they're just kind of good to very good everywhere, you know, where it's just like, they might not be elite at linebacker, for instance, but it's like, is Aiden Fisher ever in the wrong spot? It feels like, outside of, you know, Mark Fletcher's one long touchdown run in that game. So I just think that they're a team that is, and it's going to be a fascinating conversation because I already saw people posting like, you know, their blue chip ratio, the number of 5-star, 4-stars comparatively on the roster, all that type of stuff. Just because one team is an outlier doesn't mean that it's the rule, obviously. And I do think that we have a little bit of that. And we'll see kind of what happens next with the NIL era and the transfer portal, just kind of leveling the playing field with a lot of people. But I really just think it was a testament to what Curt Cignetti was able to do. It was like, I'll even give you an example, like real quick. Pat Coogan, who's the starting center for Indiana this year, he was at Notre Dame. And so I watched every snap of Pat at Notre Dame because I am a Notre Dame guy, right? Mm-hmm. And Pat Coogan was a solid player at Notre Dame, but he wasn't that good. Like, he just wasn't, if we're being honest with ourselves. He was a much better player at Indiana, much better. Is that because of coaching? Is it because he was just more comfortable? Is it a culture thing? Like, I don't know exactly what to pinpoint on it. I kind of tend to think that it's probably a little bit of everything, right? But for whatever reason, he found his spot and he played the best football of his career. And you have to give a hat tip to Curt Cignetti because that culture, that development, that coaching staff was all designed and created by him. So, I mean, he did a tremendous job of getting the most out of players, which I think is ultimately the number one job of coaches, is to make your players better and to get the most out of them in the end.
Archie, let me get you out in this since it's right in your backyard. What kind of testing or athleticism will we see from Jeremiah Love?
Oh, it's going to be pretty silly. He's one of those guys that I always joke with him and his dad, like, he's that kid when you grew up where you're just like, you know, you had to be a try-hard guy and really work at everything. And then you look over at the one kid who's just like naturally good at everything, just based upon God-given talent. It kind of pisses you off a little bit, you know. Like that's Jeremiah Love. I mean, he was a state champ at the 100-meter in high school. He was out of St. Louis, Missouri, and I mean he ran like 10.5, 10.6. and guys, like, no, like, I'm not being like over the top on this. He did track to stay in shape. Like, he wasn't really a hardcore track runner. Like, he wasn't there to win state championships. He won state championships because he's a freak. Like, and that's all it is, right? So he's going to be 210 to 215 weighing in at the combine if he chooses to test there or at the pro day, whenever he chooses to test. He's going to run at least like 4.42 or something, but he might break 4.3 something. Like, he's incredibly explosive. All his jumps will be good. He's the real deal from an athleticism perspective. Like, he's just naturally one of those kids, and one of the nicest kids I've ever talked to off the field. But he's just one of those kids that he's going to do well athletically with anything that he is prepared and trained to do, because he just has all those natural gifts that you see on the field every Saturday.
So, full disclosure, really good relationships with a lot of the guys at Notre Dame. I coached and played against Xavier Watts, really good, close with the Rezaks. They talked to me about Love's personality and like his social skills, and they're curious to see like how that will come across in the NFL. He's pretty good natured apparently, and a little different, but how do you think that will play when in interviews?
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating, and there's going to be
what I'm getting at.
You know. Yeah, I've talked to him many times, and I've talked to his dad, and they even did this special on one of the college game days where they talked about a little bit of like his social anxiety and some of like the sensory stuff. So like, he is wired very different. He is off the field, he's very quiet. He's a little bit of a nerd. Like, he likes to read comic books and make comic books. Like, that's kind of like his nature. But yeah, he is a kid that like, he does kind of ease into relationships a little bit. He eases into rooms. He's a kid that does have natural confidence in himself as a player, but from a social setting, he's definitely a kid that kind of needs to ease in and kind of find his place before he kind of really comes out of his shell. So like, he's going to come off shy for sure. I think as long as he's able to present himself confidently, he'll be fine in those interviews. But absolutely, like, there's going to be some teams that are going to, I mean, because like some of those, I mean, when they go to like the combine or, you know, a couple of those other spots, like they only get like an abbreviated amount of time with these players. So if you don't get a lot out of Jeremiah Love in 10 minutes because he's not comfortable, there's going to be some teams that are come out there and be like, I don't really know if like I love that personality, you know, like it definitely is kind of unique in that sense. But I think doing the research, they're going to see like he doesn't get in trouble. He's a great kid off the field. He's got good reports from his teammates and his coaches. You just need to understand, due to some like social skills, lack thereof, and some of those kind of ease in period, he does need to be a kid that is comfortable in his surroundings and in his situation.
That is Ryan Roberts. Great stuff there from A to Z Sports. Ryan, appreciate the time as always. We'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, Ryan.
That's interesting stuff. I wonder how much on Jeremiah Love they care as a running back versus, like, obviously if it's a quarterback, they're going to care more.
Yeah, I keep seeing, you know, I ask about him for a multitude of reasons.
I mean, I'm enamored with him.
Yeah, and all my Chiefs friends.
Oh, they want
that's
the guy they want.
That's who they want.
You know why I like him?
And I think I would like him just because I hear so much about his personality.
Sure, yeah.
So I
know a lot of people around the program.
I kind of low-key root for that.
Yeah. Do you know what I like about him as a football player?
What's that?
It's the contact balance.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, like, whenever a guy has really good contact balance, like, that's what fits my eyes with running backs. Is when they can get hit and just keep moving forward and keep their balance. And like, I love that when guys are able to do that. It's why I love Noshawn Moreno.
Oh, good pull. Like, I liked Noshawn. He was a little too grimy for me.
Yeah.
You know, I like a little more fluid. He's kind of like a little more crazy legs-ish.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
He had that's a good that's weird you brought up Moreno. He's one of those handful of guys that didn't really fit my eye.
You liked him anyway?
But I could rock with.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little herky-jerky for me, but
it took me a long time to figure out that that's what I like. Like, I would be like, oh, I like that running back. I don't really like. It took me a while to figure out what it was. I think it's the contact balance. I think that's the through thread that hangs on for me.
Apparently, like, I guess when Veland checks on me, something happened. So, I don't know what my Twitter's doing, and maybe it isn't it. Maybe he's just being nice. He's like, man, checking in. Hope you're well with the fam. Love you, bro. Love you too, Tony.
Listen, I'm just checking real quick to see if there's any new activity on Damon Benning's Twitter.
It's locked.
Yeah, right now it's locked from you because
jerk.
No, what I'm saying is it's shown as private now, but since we already followed each other, it still allows me to see what's on there.
Yeah.
It's just the one bad tweet.
Yeah.
But it was recent. It's only from that must have been right before the show started.
Well, Kugler checked on me. Benny Mac. He said, woke up to at least 5 texts about getting your Twitter account fixed. Hope everything is good with crypto, man.
Wow.
See,
and I feel bad about my comment.
Can I get some help?
I mean, maybe. I think the problem is none of us know actually how to help you.
My partner in crime's rocking with me.
I think that's the hard part.
He sent me the access to getting hacked thing.
That's helpful. That's good.
I need somebody to do it for me, but we'll be fine.
We'll figure it out. Maybe.
I don't know, man.
I'm not good at this stuff the way you think I am.
I don't know where I would have got the fact you were good with this stuff.
Well, probably because my dad does it.
Well, you
think it runs in the family.
Weren't you in the fraud prevention stuff?
Yeah, but that's not cybersecurity. Those are very different things.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like a data analyst.
You're like it's not the D word I thought you were going to say.
A devoted co-host?
What sounds... Yeah, that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to Brian Edwards coming up next. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
If I make it through this season with this group, it's going to be a miracle. We were obviously fortunate. We had some crazy lineups out there that haven't been on the floor together this year. And to find a way to win without Jason. Owen's home sick. Not an ideal game for him to be sick with Jason's injury. And, Jason quarterbacks our defense. He's so important to us. And, we got Xavier's best effort tonight. They had some guys shoot it that had not been shooting it particularly well. But I thought Josh Dix did a good job on Messina Moore. Then we switched him on to Carroll late and moved Fedor over to Moore. Nick was terrific, 9 assists, no turnovers, some big plays at the basket. And, of course, Austin, instead of just making the free throw, and he decided to miss it and chase it down and throw in a prayer. So it was they're hard to explain sometimes, how these games happen, and that's why you play till the end.
Yeah, I think it just reinforced what, we're always teaching guys to wrestle till the last second, keep scoring late. I thought that was just a scramble situation. You run the clock back, 10, 15 seconds. It was Antrell's offensive move, looked like he was going to score. And then, Millard rolled on us and they got scrambled. And then, Antrell came out on top. And so just, he just kept wrestling, kept fighting. And, Antrell's, is a tough man. And we knew that. Just, it's in a big moment, just, wrestle until the end of the match. And, just wrestles for her team, And there's a big difference when guys are just wrestling for themselves or they're wrestling for their team. And I think, that's a really good element we've been trying to emphasize.
something that we've been doing every game. Just, our defense will, regardless if we're on offensively or not, our defense is, will always be there. Something that we stand on.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of felt like that the whole season, how they've been guarding me. But I give a lot of credit to my teammates and coaches for, getting me in the right spots. And, we know how to combat those type of defensive principles if they're going to hug me like that or if they're going to switch a lot or anything like that. But, it's pretty nice when I can get going in transition as well. And this guy's, finding me in transition, and Sam and everybody. And I got Rink and BK setting great screens, and the coach is drawing up good sets. So it's been really good getting going, even when I'm getting defended like that.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live. Now, Vegas insider, senior handicapper, and fan of the cold Budweiser bottles, Brian Edwards.
It's got to be touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Brian Edwards.
I don't really love it.
Brian Edwards.
The way they're using the cream cheese to butter the bagel.
Brian Edwards.
I'm going with the cowgirl.
Here is Brian Edwards.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We're joined now by Brian Edwards from Major Wager, our Vegas insider. What's up, B? How we doing?
Good, fellas. Hey, give me some hat advice. I don't really wear hats these days.
I was going to comment on it. I like the nice. You look like a little kid. That's cool. At least you got.
How do you wear them? What's?
Oh, don't do that.
Don't
do
that.
Keep it on straight. I like that.
Here's what I need you to do, B. I need you to go turn on a golf tournament, and however they wear their hat, wear it like that.
Okay.
You don't look at like the baseball players. They're a little goofy. They can be. Certainly don't look at anyone under like 20. Just stick with the golfers. The golfer's hat is your sweet spot.
So DB, I hear you got hacked, bro.
Yeah, man.
How long ago?
So apparently it was this morning.
Did you click a link that somebody asked you to do a podcast or something? Vote for a podcast or?
Yes.
Okay, that's what. So whenever they hack mine, like all my DMs to like every single person that follows me, there's that. Like if I go up.
Yeah. So Ben Harstock, who I've done a lot of radio with, asked to vote because he was nominated for an award.
Don't do that. That's where they get you.
Damn it.
That's where they get you.
That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what they were sending from my DMs to other people. Hey, please vote for me. Just real quick. Only take a second. Some nonsense.
Oh, that's rough.
That blows chunks.
Look at you trying to be a nice guy. Vote for your friend.
What a piece of poop. Hey, it's not funny.
I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be loud. I'm not loud. You're right. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Hey, so I
just dealt with this. I'm the last person should be laughing.
So I can get it back at some point, right?
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Because I have somebody significantly smarter working on it, i.e. Sasha. So
it took me several weeks.
What?
Okay, I'm looking. Yeah, they've got the similar. Yep, you're pimping out some crypto stuff already. I see.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You don't understand how hard this is for me because I have to focus. I don't like focusing. I already multitask in my head. I'm in a pissy mood. I get hacked, and I have to talk for a living. I want to just shut it down and go mind my own business. Do I need to grow up, B?
Rough morning. You'll be all right. You're going to make it. Hey, how about that backdoor cover on Nebraska last night?
Horrible unless you bought the hooker, right? Like,
doggone it, man.
The worst, one of the worst covers ever. And then Nebraska's like fumbling with the basketball the last couple of possessions. I was
didn't close real strong.
I was like, yeah. Well, it was like 16 with like a minute 20, right? You felt decent?
I felt really good. I felt really damn good. I felt really good. Now, I can't complain too hard because I had them in the first half as well. And then when they kind of fell down, I don't know, it was like 8-7 or something. I got them in an even better line in the first half. So I kind of broke even. But I mean, I was looking for, because I hit Grand Canyon late. I was fortunate to get that, but it would have been a really nice night if Nebraska hadn't gotten backdoor.
Yeah, in a random, and I watched it just because he's a huge Nebraska fan, and he told me, he's like, Nebraska, this is his rationale. He's like, Nebraska going to Evanston and like basting those guys by 20 is better than you think, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of shown me maturity in your program, this, that, and the other. You went out and laid the wood like you were supposed to. And he said, hey, check out tonight. Northwestern's getting 6 at USC. That's as free as it gets. Just watch.
Wire to wire, didn't they? I mean, I watched some of it.
And they won.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah.
So you know what makes that crazy? It's not 2025. That was the last time Northwestern did this, and he called his shot. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was the same guy that I told you picked up on the tendencies of that random fight.
Yeah, the fixed fight he was talking about it like 5 days ahead of time, right?
Yeah. I was like, wow, he's pretty good.
He's on it.
He's pretty good.
Stays on it.
Yeah,
Who's he like in UFC this week?
I'll ask.
I'll say, got any tendencies?
Listen, called for the outright Northwestern win, and certainly the freest of the covers, and they won. Northwestern actually looked like they had an offense. I don't know how much Northwestern Nebraska you watched. That team couldn't throw it in the ocean against Nebraska.
And Martinelli doesn't have a lot of help, but the guys around him played all right.
Dude, he was playmaking last night. He looked pretty good. Like they had an answer, and then SC would drive me crazy. I don't know about that coaching change because I don't know. That team was disjointed at best. And they got talent too. Although I don't love Arenas like everybody else does.
That's
but
sort of always the deal at USC, though, isn't it? It's like, oh, I like a few other guys. I don't like how they play.
Right.
That's been like that for years.
But,
Tim Floyd days.
I'll say it's been like that for like 4 coaching staffs.
Like decades, yeah.
Hey, are you laying in the cut with your Gators? Because I know I am. That's gonna be
we've got Zay Brown has emerged now.
Boogie has a poll.
Man, hey, grab that future ticket. I mean, should have grabbed it weeks ago, but it's still 15-1, and I don't think anybody's got anything for us. We'll see.
Now that's a little fast.
I love. Nobody in the SEC's got anything for us. I know that.
I've been honking for Florida for 2 months, and even I wouldn't say that. But your front line, I mean, just pencil the box score in. They're going to do what they do. When you get help and consistency in the backcourt, holy smokes!
If you narrow it down to the SEC, I'll buy that.
If you narrow it down to SEC, I think you can buy that.
Do you know who else I like though, Brian?
Who?
I like Houston.
Yeah, no, you told me that last week, and I do too. I mean, obviously, we were fortunate to get past them last year. So I know they've got some new pieces, but they've got a lot of the old pieces as well.
Sure, they can score now.
Do Flemings?
Flemings is tough. Ooh,
I just assume not see them because I know they would love to see us.
I just as soon avoid them if it's all the same to you.
I love the us-we thing, man. You're an absolute gem. And speaking of which, did you take personal feelings out of your capping this week for UFC?
Well, no, never with Derek Lewis. It's just automatic. He's plus 200 or better. I'm in, period, till the end of his career. So, I mean, it's worked very well forever. And, I mean, look, I'm looking right at Waldo Cortez Acosta, his opponent right now. I don't see any names that he's beaten that impress me. Not one name that impresses me that he's beaten. And he's this huge a favorite over Lewis, who's got back-to-back knockout wins in 3 of the last 4, with the only loss being the Brazilian who wrestled him the whole time. Oh, gosh. Why am I forgetting my Brazilian guy? You know what I'm talking about, the grappler.
Pereira? Or on the card this week?
No. The guy who's like the contender, but that lost to the guy that Lewis has knocked out twice. Oh gosh,
why am I drawing a blank?
I'm
You would be bad at those description board games if we were partners.
Here, I'm getting his name right.
I feel like your clues are. I don't know, man.
That was bad, but here I got it coming right here. Almeida, Jailton Almeida. That's
Okay. Fair enough. Can I ask you one more question before we get to like the card?
Sure.
And although you did get into the Black Beast, but are you in on Sean O'Malley?
I don't know about this fight, man. I don't know. Here, let me look at the props like to win by KO because I'm definitely not laying -210 against Song Yudong. All right, here's the props here. Let's see. O'Malley inside. Oh wow, inside the distance is +275, and where's his to win by knockout? To win by knockout is also +330. Well, okay, so I didn't know that it was that generous on a knockout. So that maybe does pique my interest a little.
All right, so you teased this last week, well, a couple weeks in a row, because I'm not very patient. I've been asking about 324 forever. I know you're going to be all in on Gaethje. That's your guy. But that's just you understanding that he's always got a chance, or are we being biased here?
Well, I think I was saying for the last week or two that my brain says Patty just because Father Time's undefeated. But watching a lot of the media stuff this week and watching Gaethje's interview yesterday, like you look at Patty, I mean, none of his wins are over. I mean, he beat a fading King Green and Michael Chandler and Tony Ferguson, and then most people thought he lost the Jared Gordon fight. I mean, who has he really fought that, they've done the slow build with him, and I don't know, Gaethje's still 37. I know he's taken a lot of beatings and been in some wars, but he's always fought, he hasn't like he'd ever fought more than twice in a year. Like they took a year off after the Holloway concussion. He looked good last time. And I just don't think Patty's ever been in there with anybody like him. And I'm getting +200 odds. So I'm not saying risk a lot, but yeah, I'm rolling with Gaethje because of the lack of big time guys that Patty's fought. Like he's going to be in there with Justin flipping Gaethje, and he's never been in there with anybody like him.
All right. So is it similar? Because I feel like I feel bad that I maybe have talked you into this because I didn't think you realized that Figueroa was that big of a dog against Nurmagomedov. And you're gonna take is this a flyer?
Dude, 900 underdog of a guy who's a former champion and is very slick and is good all around. I mean, I know Nurmagomedov is going to have the advantage if they go to the ground. Look, I totally plan on losing this bet, but I don't mind losing it. A +900 dog of a guy this good in Figueroa, I got to take it. I mean, just small change. I mean, nothing I'm going to lose sleep about.
I like it. I like the high upside flyer.
Yeah.
Let's get into some of the football hypotheticals you've got for the Super Bowl matchups. Which ones are most interesting to you? I know you're kind of keeping an eye on Seahawks Broncos this weekend.
Yeah, so I'm sorry guys, 1 second, I'm getting there.
I'm just telling you, like looking at this deal, the line says play Denver all day long.
I concur.
How do you
Stinky.
not just hammer Denver?
Stinky cheese.
Oh yeah.
Stinky.
So for listeners, have y'all told them about these lines? Here, I'll just rip them off real quick.
Yeah.
So this is from the Westgate Superbook. They might be off a half point from whatever FanDuel and DraftKings have, but it's Seahawks 8.5 to the Broncos, total 41.5. Seahawks 3.5 to the Pats, 45.5. Rams -9 to the Broncos, 45.5. Rams -3.5 to the Patriots, 51.5. I think now, obviously, I haven't seen Stidham, play, but we've got the history of Peyton being good with backup quarterbacks. I think Bridgewater went 5-1 with the Saints like 3 or 4 seasons ago. God, there was another backup he had success with. Well, I guess Taysom Hill had some starts, but
was he there when Jameis had a nice little run at?
Yeah. Yes. Jameis had a nice little run with him. Yes, there you go. So Yeah, but look, I have been ice cold in NFL, as your listeners probably know, and I have no feel or confidence right now. In terms of these hypotheticals, though, Broncos +9 to the Rams, and Broncos +8.5 to the Seahawks, that looks attractive to me. As for this week, I'm leaning Seahawks and I'm leaning Broncos, but I haven't bet either. And again, I don't have a whole lot of confidence. I may sit it out and just do something live if I feel good about it, or I may just sit it out and not lose for one weekend in NFL because I've been getting blasted the last couple of weeks.
Let me ask you real quick on that. It does. How much of a red flag is it to you, as DB was talking about? Those future lines are 8.5 and 9 for the Broncos, but it's half of that this week against the Patriots. It's not like the Rams or the Seahawks are that much better than the Patriots. Like that's huge red flags, right?
But the Broncos are at home though, and Patriots are coming into altitude. And even back in the Brady days, Patriots
one week of film on Stidham versus Super Bowl prep too.
Fair.
It matters.
Yeah, okay, that's another good point, Damon. That is a really good point there. But I'm leaning Broncos. Look, I can't stand Sean Payton. He used to be down here all the time where I live, and me and him got in a little verbal tiff about my Falcons koozie one night at the bar.
Unbelievable.
So I don't like the guy, but I respect him. He's a hell of a coach.
Were you drinking Budweisers? Like what?
Of course.
He was drinking the Diesel.
Of course. So we won't get into that whole thing maybe off the air sometime. Anyway, I respect the hell out of him as a coach. He's a hell of a coach. So I kind of just trust him.
You don't know how bad I need a follow-up to you arguing over a koozie with Sean Payton.
Yeah.
No, he was the one that got bent out of shape about it. Wow. And he started going on and on about the Julio Jones trade and gave me his scouting report, all this, that, and the other. He was wrong. The Julio Jones trade was a great trade.
Unbelievable. What do you like for college basketball this weekend with the SEC?
Ken Palm's got Florida -10 to Auburn. I made it 13. If the Gators are 11 or fewer, or even 12 or fewer, I'll probably be on them. I made Arkansas. I got it right here. I made Arkansas 13. Ken Palm's got them 9 at home to LSU. I'll lay probably 10 or 11 or fewer with Arkansas. And I think Vandy's ready to bounce back at Mississippi State. I made them. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Never mind on that, because Ken Palm's got them -8 to Mississippi State. I think that's too many on the road. My fault on that. They'll win, but I don't know about covering that. Oh, and Bama with Bediako. What is going on with that, man?
I
want Kyle Trask back then. Can I get Kyle Trask back? He's barely played in the NFL, right? What the hell are we doing here? He hasn't played in 3 seasons.
Bull. You could probably have Anthony Richardson back too. You want him?
Yeah.
Why not go?
Yeah. I'll take AR back.
Why not just go get like Dean or somebody?
Spurrier ran him off in 94.
Oh, well, listen, Spurrier probably couldn't play as a freshman. He's probably got a year left. You want him back?
No.
I hope
he's 80, man.
Listen, I have my eye on the Chambliss situation for a reason, man. We got to have a cutoff somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but have to set precedent at some point. Otherwise,
yeah, but
Bobby tried to ruin this thing, but
man, he hasn't played. This was 3 years ago. He was on the team. 3.
I know, man. It's.
What are we doing?
Sometimes common sense is just not so common, B.
Yeah. That is our guy, Brian Edwards, Vegas Insider, Major Wager. B, appreciate the time as always. Hey, pull that hat down just a little bit so your hair's not showing.
Listen, B, I love the hat, man.
There you go. I like it.
You do you.
I'm trying to help. All
right, bud.
Have a great weekend. No, I asked for help. Appreciate you.
See you later. That's Brian Edwards, our Vegas
Your
Insider.
Help has never really helped.
No, I'm always helping. I'm so helpful.
Oh, God.
All the time. I'm just like, DB, how can I help you? That's what I do.
What a condescending Richard.
That's why I did some investigative reporting for you yesterday. I thought you wanted to know. So I was trying to help out. Seemed like you needed some additional information about that situation. We're going to talk to Michael Bruntz next, Husker 24/7. You're on Hurrdat Sports Live.
I just told the guys in the locker room, everybody's got to be ready. Braden's given us a lot, obviously, this season on both ends of the floor, and everybody's got to be ready to step up in his absence and contribute. And I thought guys did that tonight. I thought Jared gave us some good minutes. I thought that lineup with Kale in there at the end at the 4 gave us some good defensive versatility. And, we've got guys that I think with everything that we've done are built to play big minutes. And we're going to have to probably change some things in practice now. And, we get pretty physical with them at times with when we have to. But you may have to change that up a little bit now, especially, we got 2 games here in obviously a very short amount of time, heading into a really tough Minnesota team on an early game on Saturday, so we won't do a ton of live reps in practice the next couple days, and then we got another 2-day prep after that. So, we'll get through it. Next man up mentality. That's how it goes in this business, and I'm confident in that locker room.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. We are joined now by Michael Bruntz of Husker 24/7. Bruntz, what's going on, bud? How we doing?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Good, very good. It's being one of our few guests that now has an adjective, and synonymous with his name. Very Bruntzian.
Oh,
it's a very Bruntzian thing to say.
I was afraid of where you're going to go with that. There's a lot of adjectives out there.
I didn't know what he was talking about. I
know.
I gave him the Cocker Spaniel head tilt. I was like, what?
Oh no. I mean, even when you're trying to be helpful, Bruntzy, and like getting me, situated with 24/7, which I fully appreciate. When my guy was telling me, he's like, man, I can't take anything DB says. He's kind of an apologist. I was like, what do you mean? I like solutions. I cheer for Nebraska. I'll keep it a buck. It's like that place. I don't know how you do the message board world, Bruntz. Are you just like Teflon, battle tested? Because you have kids, you can do anything. Like, how do you do you even worry about managing emotions now at this point?
No. I mean, I don't think you can.
No.
I don't think you can control how people feel. I think you learn that as a parent, right? Generally.
But we still try, don't we?
Sure. We try, but I don't know. I mean, it's.
But Daddy, I don't want to.
I also get it. It's kind of an interesting time. With the way the season ended and everything else. So we soldier on, though.
Sorry, Bruntz, go ahead.
I was to say, but and Hoops is doing us a big solid.
And we can't even be nice with that. We tear down one sport to cheer for another. It's like, why are we're screwing that up? But let me ask you something though, Bruntz. But is this, and I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, because we've clearly seen lines drawn in the sand before. Is this the most in or out you've seen people with it still being a little unclear on the trajectory of the program? Or do you feel like there's a different time period where people have drawn lines in the sand that's as ambiguous?
No, I think there's been lines in the past. I mean, like.
Well, there's that, but I still think it's a pretty open book on Coach Rule. I think the others maybe. I don't know.
The verdict was written earlier,
yeah,
but by the time people drew the line,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Well, with the Bo era, I mean,
Bo's what I thought of. Yeah.
Towards the end of it, I mean, you still have the 9 games question. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people still debate that now. Like that's the one that people go back to. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know that this is a ton different, but I mean, the thing that's different is you've had different directions, especially at the coordinator spots that. I don't know that you had nearly as much change in the past as maybe what you've had over the last 3 to 4 years. So maybe that's the difference. I mean, I guess that's because let's see, you had Dana coming out at 24. You had the change over to Butler. You got the change over to Orich. I don't know that I would put Eckler change into that category, but there's been a little bit more movement, I guess, in the program leadership than maybe what we've had in the past. That I'd say is probably a little bit of the difference there. Even the Bo, I mean, it was a lengthy tenure, but you had small number of offensive coordinators. So I don't know. I'm just talking in circles here.
Bruntz,
can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
Bruntz is a guy that has been known to just have some random thoughts. I think it's okay.
You ever feel like you're in a helicopter, Damon?
I'm terrified of helicopters, so no.
Well, you're kind of flying it, and you're trying to get it on the ground, and you just keep circling a little bit. That's a dangerous place to be sometimes, especially when you haven't had enough coffee. So I was trying to find the helipad there, so I just decided I'm going to set it down right here.
Are you this is funny. Are you so how are we with before we get to like more nitty-gritty, because I think this is all relative. How are you now navigating the drop-offs and pickups in the morning times with the weather changes? Does it change the temperament with how you're going to deal with the cold or the wind or whatever, or is it you just have this routine now and this is what you do?
No, so it's weather dependent. We with the oldest we walk her, and I actually did her a solid today. She was going to have to walk. We were going to walk, and then decided that 15, I guess, is what it was. That we were watching the real feel. Couldn't have played baseball right now, but she stayed at home. We got to drive the youngest regardless, and that's why Thursdays are a little hectic sometimes if I can make it back from 88th and O to my house. But yeah, the oldest though, I would say probably 90% of the time we're walking both ways uphill. So
there we go.
Yeah, but no, it's the routine kind of changes based on the cold.
So
can't wait for tomorrow.
Do you think you can? I think everybody's crossing their fingers for cold days.
I'm trying to find dog sweaters. I'm. It's already keeping me up at night. I don't know how these little pretentious chumps are going to go outside.
So
that's a concern.
I have let's see, 18.8. That's 26. And 31. I have 57 pounds of 3 dogs that need to go out in this weather tomorrow.
That's not going to be fun.
No.
That's almost a whole dog.
I'm willing to concede tinkling by the door for a second.
Wait, you were the dogs.
This guy.
So, Bruntz, now that you've got the school drop-off part figured out, working on those logistics, are you going to try and impart some of that knowledge to Trey Taylor as he's working on school drop-offs next year, or how's that going to work?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's an interesting question. It's a big question where you're going to live in Lincoln, right? Big difference depending on how fast you can get up to Millard. But yeah, that'll be fascinating. He's not doing it in the winter though, so he's got that going for him. And I mean, you guys know I-80 is perfectly fine at all times, and
no problems, Virtual
all those lanes, and people still find a way to run into something. It's kind of amazing.
That's what we got the virtual learning for, right? Like that helps out for stuff like that. No? Take the laptop home.
Is the interstate not the greatest mystery? Like, it's a lot of room to run into things.
Yeah, well,
and every day it happens.
They don't have that running back vision like you do when you're trying to weave through.
Jeez.
I don't go up. I mean, at least you can hit Buc-ee's now. That's a big deal.
Soon, not yet, not soon.
I have a question. Did I see 74,000 square feet?
Yeah, that's probably
Sounds right.
Those things are enormous. They're like Walmart's basically. They're enormous.
74,000. That's how much square footage is needed for 100 pumps.
Well,
lots
then
of
you got
snacks.
everything inside.
Lots
I mean,
of snacks.
You basically can't see from one side to the other. Like
It's fascinating.
It's a lot of snacks.
Did you, and
a lot of jerky.
Apparently good sandwiches.
A lot of people rave about the food.
Yeah, I'm like 74,000.
I think somebody told me the brisket there is a thing.
Well, people, I follow a lot of food critics on TikTok, Bruntz, and a guy said, this Mr. Chime Time, Bruntz, a couple of months ago did a day's worth of eating at Buc-ee's. So he got breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. It was fascinating. And Ravi's right. The brisket breakfast soft tacos were like one of his favorites.
I am generally skeptical, I think, but it's one of those things that I think lives up to the hype. Like, that's probably fair. I think that's fair.
Do you want to know one of my low-key favorite spots in Lincoln, speaking of which? Do you ever go to, is it Fat Dog? Is it Tasty Dog? What's the place? It's not funny, Ravi.
It's kind of funny.
By the airport. It's right behind the McDonald's.
I don't make it out there very often, no.
It's something dog. That place.
Careful.
It's fantastic.
Oh, okay.
It's really big. It has the kind of I was gonna say the meat that I like, the kind of jerky, the beef sticks, the snacks. It's open a long time. Like, I had to take Benny Mac home from one of our road trips, and we stopped there to use the restroom at like 1 a.m. Like, it is very user friendly.
Good to know.
I think what is it? Is it my
Kobe insists it's Fat Dogs.
Is it up Dog?
It's called Fat Dog. I'm telling you, man, it's pretty legit.
Bruntz, you're not gonna pull that one over on me.
It's not Up Dog, okay.
This is
Fat Dog?
Yep, Fat Dog.
Fat Dog.
That's a lot of these people are in here are smarter than me, even though Alex continues to hammer me over my Subaru.
That was a pretty funny one, though.
No, dude, he's a trip.
Bruntz, let's talk a little Husker basketball. Obviously got the win to go to 19-0 last night. I felt like maybe I'm reading too much into this, but I've been asking people which part of sort of this Husker season is chalked up to different facets. And one of my options was, Hoiberg's minutes becoming scalable, rink mass taking a leap, Jamarcus Lawrence's improvement from last time he was at Nebraska to now, and then Braden Frager. And I felt like last night I got my answer with the Braden Frager injury and kind of how things looked afterward. Am I reading too much into a small sample size there?
No, I mean, I he's missed. I mean, he's definitely missed.
It seemed pretty apparent, like in the moment.
Yeah, and I don't know sometimes too. Like, I thought that, and then I was like, okay, well, is this just the fact that you're up double digits?
Sure.
It's what, like, by that time probably like 10 o'clock on a Wednesday night. It almost kind of felt like to me, and I don't know if it was me projecting, wanting to know what the deal was with Frager, but like, it felt like everybody was just kind of trying to get out of there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
felt a little sleepy. Like it felt a little walk through-y.
It felt sleepy, and I think, the fact that you can, kind of get a little sleepy, still win by 10 and score almost 80 points. I mean, that's okay. I guess if we're talking about off nights offensively and things just not looking great, and you still do that, I think that's okay. I am kind of curious because, the thing that Frager's been so good about this year is he's just kind of like that jolt of energy and
Shane's favorite
instant
soda
offense when he wants to be. And, I think that's maybe where you miss him if he's going to be out for any kind of extended time. I mean, he's got that level that when he wants to go there and he goes there for a short amount of time that I don't know that there's many guys on the roster that do. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what it looks like. Towards the start of the second half, I mean, it looked pretty dire, but when you've got a Siegen over there praying with him, that was kind of like, whoa, what's going on here?
I can't, dude. You are wild.
But no, I mean, like I'd never like. All of a sudden, it's like they're over there. Like it looked dire. You got the big boot on. So I don't know, but I do think if he's missed for any extended period of time, I mean that's definitely a concern. And you're going to need somebody else to kind of step up and take on some of that scoring load.
Oh, all right. I'm going to dial back in. I almost was going to make light of a situation, but I can't read your sarcasm. I was going to say, we're so excited about this team. We immediately jumped to the conversations of limiting Frager's availability and how we should save him. And I was like, are we doing this with this basketball team already with Frager? Like, but if you're not being sarcastic, then you're like, I don't know. Do we hold him against? How do we rush him? Do we wait for Illinois? I'm like, you guys, like, I get it. We probably should. We haven't had a lot of nice things, but we got to be better when we have nice things, don't we? Or are you in that camp, Bruntz?
Well, I mean, I don't. With an injury like that, and I mean, again, I'm not.
I go by his demeanor. Just his personality. He was pretty lighthearted. He joked a little bit.
It was. Are you talking Fred or Frager?
Frager.
Yeah, I mean I don't know, but it did seem like when he went out there from halftime, it was like, okay, this seems somewhat concerning. I mean, it sounds like I'm making a joke about the praying thing, but it legitimately looked like it was like, this is a really big concern here. And it sounded like, from what Fred said, that, it's one of those things that they're going to be really cautious with. And he even, I think, said that, in practices, they might have to dial things back a little bit with, how physical they are with them. Because, I mean, it is a little bit of a, you already have Oogie out. You got another guy that's a front court type player that's limited. You don't know what his availability is going to be. So, we'll see what they do. But I don't know. Like it's if it's like a high ankle thing, I mean, those things can linger a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, it's a tough injury at a tough time, especially with the games you have coming up. With Illinois and Purdue and Michigan. So we'll see what they do. But I mean,
did you skip over Minnesota?
And Rutgers.
Ooh.
I'm not really expecting. Are we expecting him to play against Minnesota based on what you saw last night?
No. I don't know, man. I was trying to have a moment.
Got it. Okay. No, I was just trying to go off the memory of the schedule too. And yes, I was kind of skipping over Rutgers. My apologies to Steve Peichel's guys.
Remember 2 years ago we thought what an amazing place, and now it's like the House of Horrors, and now it's like, what happened?
Yeah. No, it's funny.
No, I'm dead serious.
No, I remember.
Yeah, I know.
Well, because it kind of like they had a nice winning streak there for a minute.
Yeah, we're like, oh my God, this guy's amazing, and now it's like,
And then when you can't figure out how to win with 2 NBA lottery picks, the shine comes off your coaching resume a little bit.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Yeah, the pivot back to like blue collar defense, I don't think has gone real well there. So, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think you're probably having a conversation about when you hold him. I mean, you just try to get him healthy as quickly as you can and see how it goes. I mean, it's probably going to be one of those things where it's just going to be game to game. Like if he's feeling better in practice, maybe you ramp him up. But I don't know that you get strategic yet with what game you're saving him for. Like, I think you want him back for the stretch run, because there's still, it's still like we're still mid-January here. There's still 12 regular season basketball games left to be played. A lot of season left.
Let me ask you something, MB, since like this is the one sport, the one year where we're allowed to extrapolate into March. If you had to kind of pick like a barometer or a benchmark, clearly the national media, even one of the Brown guys that you're talking to this morning, I'll let you decide which one. Andy Katz, like a lot of people like Illinois. Kim Palm likes Illinois. Net likes Illinois. But then there's this game against Michigan, who everybody thinks is good. If you were going to have to predict a barometer game, would you use Illinois coming back to PBA or Nebraska going on the road to Ann Arbor?
I would probably say Illinois at home. If you can do it twice there, or beat them twice, I mean, I think that would be a pretty big deal. Because what are Illinois' losses? Nebraska, is UConn one of them?
Yep.
And then who was the third?
It was
Alabama.
It was early in the year.
It's Bama. Yeah, they got out. Yeah, they got boat raced in that one.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're going on the road in the Big Ten to play Michigan, I mean, is that a game that you're expecting to win?
I don't know. Yes, Wisconsin wasn't.
The metrics are not in Nebraska's favor, at least, to say that like you should be expected. I mean, if you win that game, like I think that's going to finally that should finally, I would hope, kill any of the is Nebraska actually good type questions that are still a thing, I guess. But
are people still asking that?
Yes. I mean, I think you're still seeing it with some of the seedings that they're and the conversation around Nebraska. I mean, even Nebraska is a solid 2. It's like, well, but the schedule, is going to catch up to them. Like, you still see that. It's kind of like parenthetical. Okay. So I don't know. I mean, I think I would see sweeping a team like Illinois as more of a more I guess kind of a validation of the win in Champaign, even, because I think even in that game it was dismissed a little bit of like, well, Sanford just went absolutely blackout from 3 in that first half, and that was a big reason. Like that one to me feels like more of a barometer type game. Michigan almost still feels a little bit like a bonus, like because I guess I don't take for granted winning on the road, in the Big Ten. So I'll say Illinois.
I mean, don't look now, but Sanford's kind of just been doing that. I mean, he's got like 80 some points in his last 3 games, and he's shooting 42%.
Well, how about the 2 misses he had in a row from 3? And it certainly didn't deter him from the third splash that he hit. He was like,
never has.
Yeah, that air ball came out kind of hot. The other one from the wing, that kind of rimmed out. Let me give this one more try. Splash.
We'll figure it out.
All right, back to 16. Like, he's fearless, man.
Yeah. No, I think he's like everything and that you would have hoped for and more. And I think, I don't know, you saw it a little bit at Iowa, but I guess the edge that he plays with, I guess that's been kind of not a surprise, but I think it's been kind of the nicest bonus out of that get out of the portal with him. Is just he's just such he's a guy that other people can follow.
Well, I think the versatility of his offensive game too is I think way bigger than people gave it credit for, myself included, coming out of Iowa. Not DB. DB knew. But when it came down to like, hey, one of the in-state programs is going to get Josh Dix and the other one's going to get Bryce Sanford.
Oh, we argued over that.
I think a lot of people
remember that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were like, oh, well, Dix is the better player, and Sanford certainly had the better year.
Yeah. Well,
I was trying to defend myself with a bunch of hoop heads, the Jacob Padillas, the Matt DeMarinis, the Ravi Lullas. Your boy was getting crushed, Bruntz. I needed somebody to tag to, and I didn't have a partner.
Well, you
would you have been my partner?
To run in from the ring, run in and stop the match. it's interesting kind of just seeing the conversation around him when he committed versus now. Like I think you're right, Ravi. Like he's much more of a well-rounded player, more athletic, more aggressive, I think, than kind of what he was, the box he was put into coming out of the portal. It was like, oh, this guy can shoot from the outside, but is he athletic enough to guard? You know, can he rebound? That kind of stuff. And I think that's the all-around kind of polish to his game, I think, has been the biggest surprise, I think, this season.
Have you upped your winter gear for to attend spring ball? Are you well equipped? Hats, scarves, gloves, mittens.
Yeah, well, that's baseball covering weather, so it's it's kind of the same thing.
Dude, how about their first couple of days outside compared to now? It's like backwards. That will be that opening day out there with the soft ground will be like their warmest day until March. It doesn't even seem right.
Yeah, no, and it was the first day. It wasn't like they were out at that new facility out off of Cornhusker. And
were you getting blown over?
No, it was like perfectly calm. It was weird. Like it was really eerie how calm it was. But I'll be fine with spring ball. But it's I don't know. I mean, I don't mind just kind of getting it going. Let's just do it. May as well.
How's your scarf game? Is it pretty stellar?
I don't think I'll need a scarf. I think I'll be okay. Or no scarf, no ski mask. I'll be wearing sleeves. I know that much, but
I don't like the ski mask. I don't like my nose covered. You know, if I can help it.
Okay. You do or don't?
I don't. No, I don't want my nose covered.
I'm not a big ski mask.
I'll take a
guy
scarf
either.
though. I don't mind a scarf.
Yeah.
I don't know, Bruntz. I feel like I can be honest with you here. I was walking from the gymnasium on Friday to the newly constructed facility at Lincoln Lutheran, and I could barely make it across the parking lot. I don't know if you remember Friday night, but I was like, I'm not near as tough as I think I am. This is miserable. Yeah. It was cold.
The older I get, the more it just gets in your bones. Like it's just seeps in there.
You're a treat, bro.
Can't have anything seeping in there, Bruntz. You gotta be careful.
No, you don't want anything seeping. That's never good for anybody.
All right, Bruntz.
Bruntz, I'm glad we got to talk to you this morning. Glad we got some things figured out, and if anything interesting happens over the next few days, I'm sure we'll talk about it.
Yeah, can't wait for the next 24 hours.
Not sure what else could possibly be happening, but I'm sure we'll talk about it.
Was that foreshadowing?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, it is, Bruntz.
Okay.
I'm sending you a message right now.
I just assumed I assumed one of the geniuses on your message boards has it by now. So,
okay.
Just got to moderate in there, see what happens.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Yep. See you guys.
Yeah.
That's Michael Bruntz, Husker 24/7. Oh, there's lots of stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Funky Gibble says, got to watch out for the seepage. Yeah.
Dude, I was the only one that was cool with the weather. Was Leona.
Kids don't care.
Dude, the snow was blowing sideways and the wind was like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Kids don't care at all.
Yeah.
I was with my nieces and nephew last night. It got real cold late.
Oh, that's nice. Were you actually uncling?
Yeah, we were going to we had some dinner for my dad's birthday.
Do you know his real age?
I think so.
Would you celebrate?
Well, we know the day.
Ravi?
I'm pretty sure on the year.
Does it really matter?
Do you do like the little squigglies, like approximately?
Yeah, it's like about
roughly.
Yeah, I mean, listen. At a certain point, who cares? Right?
I just was wondering if, like, you put the number candles on this cake, do you use a hyphen?
No, we don't do the number candles. We just do like one singular candle.
Yeah.
In I think he had an ice cream sundae yesterday. That was his.
Oh, what's his go-to topping?
I think it was just like chocolate and sprinkles. It was so we were at a restaurant, so it was like he didn't order a specific thing. It was like, hey, it's his birthday, and they like do a specific treat for the birthday.
Did they clap and bring a saddle, or
no? It wasn't that.
Did
place.
they ring a bell?
No. We sang to him, and then a bunch of the other people in the restaurant started singing too. It was nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Kind of a nice little moment.
Does he enjoy attention?
I don't think it bothers him, but he doesn't seek it out. He's not like me.
Did the kids call you uncle?
Yeah. Just call me Uncle Ravi.
Oh, that would be fascinating to watch you function.
I sat next to my nephew. We talked a lot about watches. He's very into watches right now.
Oh, he's like me.
And so he saw mine. He's like, "Oh, can you tell me about that one?" So we were doing that.
Did he ask you to have it?
No, I took it off and showed it to him though.
Well, how come you didn't do that with me?
I did. You put it on your wrist.
But I had to ask.
So did he.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm not just like, here you go, guys. What am I doing? The off-mic Shane laughs kill me.
That wasn't even that funny.
It wasn't, but that's the part that kills me is I never know what's going to get one. I'll say stuff that I think is objectively hilarious and not a peep out of Shane.
I've never heard you say anything that was objectively hilarious.
You laugh up here every day.
Because I think you're crazy.
This is the best part of your day.
Actually, Bruntz did kind of change my mood. I'm waiting for Sasha to give me good news.
But the funniest part is because I never know what's going to get some sort of reaction from Shane. That's why it's fun for me.
Shane's a dummy.
I wouldn't say that.
You need people like me.
And put a horse head in your bed, Shane.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking finger.
At the bad guy.
Jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, he has a potty.
That's the wrong movie, though.
He has a
That's
potty.
not the Horsehead movie.
No, I know.
I'm just saying, yesterday you said it was Scarface, then you said it again today, so I thought maybe you're getting confused.
Listen, I need a lot of things. I don't need you managing my...
I'm just trying to help.
My verbiage.
I'm trying to help.
No, you're not.
I'm always trying to help, DB. That's all I'm here for.
Whatever. Kobe, he's such a... You're not getting your account back.
He did bring up a good point, though. If you have other accounts with that password, go change them. Like if you use the same password on other accounts.
I can't remember what it is. I've had that one since forever.
Okay. Especially if it's like a bank or anything, like change those immediately. Because like once that word is compromised, you're like you got to change them all out. Just so you know, just giving you a heads up. That was Kobe's suggestion, and he's right.
Dude, is this like Fear Factor?
It's not Fear Factor. I'm just saying that's smart to change those out if the one got compromised. So
okay.
Just try. I'm just trying to help. As always.
What's a VPN?
So
that's a secure line.
Virtual private network.
Oh.
Means that they can't tell where you're located at and things like that. Some people, I don't know who would do this. Some people use them to get around like blackouts on television, streaming and things like that. They use them to go around some of the rules so that they can watch things that they wouldn't otherwise be able to. That's what a lot of people use VPNs for.
Hey, that's the secret.
I don't know anybody who does that, though. Everybody I know follows all the rules in every way whatsoever. Especially when it comes to...
You make my head hurt.
Where quarterbacks go to high school. You want to take a quick break?
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break, Shane.
Need to find all my glasses.
Dude, you had like 8 of them up here.
I forgot I took a couple of them out.
And then you are holding them all in your hands. Like, what do I do with all these?
As a misstep.
That's one of the few things, though, that Next Gen can help you out with is your eyesight. But anything else that's not going right, they probably got you covered. Go check them out, Next Gen Male Medical Clinic.com.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Well, you might be looking like Nessie. You go over there, feeling energetic, feeling, manly. Or if you're a woman, they've got things for you as well. Peptides, vitamins, whatever you need to get feeling right. Next Gen Male Medical has you covered. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
I just told the guys in the locker room, everybody's got to be ready. Braden's given us a lot, obviously, this season on both ends of the floor, and everybody's got to be ready to step up in his absence and contribute. And I thought guys did that tonight. I thought Jared gave us some good minutes. I thought that lineup with Kale in there at the end at the 4, gave us some good defensive versatility. And, we've got guys that I think with everything that we've done are built to play big minutes. And we're going to have to probably change some things in practice now. And, we get pretty physical with them at times with when we have to. But you may have to change that up a little bit now, especially, we got 2 games here in obviously a very short amount of time, heading into a really tough Minnesota team on an early game on Saturday, so we won't do a ton of live reps in practice the next couple days, and then we got another 2-day prep after that. So, we'll get through it. Next man up mentality. That's how it goes in this business, and I'm confident in that locker room.
Make the first one. They end up calling timeout. So low-key got iced a little bit. But come out of timeout. Shot it. It felt good, but it looked a little long. So I was just going to chase after it. I saw bounce right. Kind of took it from 0. Was gonna head to the basket, but 7 got in my way, and honestly, I was just trying to draw a foul because he had kind of impeded my path. So, and then, of course, you just got to get a shot up on the rim, and there's, 1 second left, 2 seconds left. So, like you said, kind of, I wouldn't say threw up a prayer. But I was trying to draw the foul, and it just happened to bank and go in. So.
Yeah, I'm proud of our guys' effort. I thought, we're still, and it's not an excuse. We lost another guy this week, Wesley Yates, on Monday, and just a basic non-contact rebound drill. But I love the fight of our guys. I thought, to have this many freshmen playing against a team like Nebraska is right now, they're playing as well as anybody in the country. Their pace is phenomenal. I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Hoiberg and their staff, but their players to be in the shape and to share the basketball the way they do is really impressive. And I know a lot of coaches have probably said that they're impressive offensively and defensively. But my team, I'm proud of these guys for the way they competed and hung in the game, because you guys have seen a lot of teams you come in and when they start making shots and the crowd gets rocking, which by the way, that was the best crowd that we played in front of this year. That's impressive too. But our guys to keep fighting back when the game could have got away from us really easily. And so just really proud of our competitive spirit tonight.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill. Don't forget, Hurrdat Sports Bar and Grill, the best place to come watch Nebraska, Creighton, whoever else you got. You know, we got Nebraska, Iowa wrestling this weekend. What are you going to watch this weekend, DB?
All the above.
Little Australian Open?
At some point.
I said, we'll be in the third and fourth round by then. You got to start locking in.
Got to sift through the riffraff. I actually enjoy tennis.
I know.
It's a little raffy right now.
I like to see how guys are playing early.
Do you?
Yeah. Like Shelton's playing nice right now. He's hitting the ball well.
You got a future?
No, I don't. I didn't bet on it.
Yeah.
He's got a nice.
You know that's the segment Friday.
I know.
I'll have another free lock.
You gonna have a lock chalk? That's what it was last week, right? Kansas?
Oh yeah. Easy, no sweat cover.
Easy money.
No sweat.
I know. I got to find a way to get some money back off of you.
You're gonna have to maybe slip me a Mickey and then ask me something crazy. Because if I'm in my right frame of mind, it ain't happening.
Slip you a what?
A Mickey.
Like Mickey Mouse?
No, it's a Mickey's. It's a beer. It's an alcohol drink.
That's not what I'm talking about, but he's not wrong. You have kind of a big mouth. Were you a big Mickey's guy?
I mean, that's all.
Did your friends call them grenades, or what'd they call them?
Just Mickey's. There we go.
They didn't say like get me out on a big mouth.
Nobody ever.
That unusually large.
They used to make the cans that way. Yeah.
Kind of like they used to the 1 liter.
Yeah, they called them grenades.
Used to have they do kind of look like grenades. They're green.
Yeah.
They look like red striped shapes.
Yeah, I told you about the older couple in Lincoln that looked out for some of the players like cooking home meals.
Mm-hmm.
He was a big red stripe guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike and Judy Ohm.
I enjoyed those commercials back in the day.
Red stripe?
The red stripe commercials were funny.
Yeah, I remember seeing them in grocery stores. It was like, wow, they have those now?
Yeah, I don't think it's particularly.
Speaking of Mickey's, I had a fantastic conversation with Abdul yesterday, Muhammad.
Yeah? How'd that go?
It's very good.
Okay.
It's very good.
He's a guy that I think a lot of people like.
Yeah.
He seems like a good dude.
Well,
I don't know him.
We're kind of kindred spirits. Like we rock with.
What's he doing now? He's coaching, isn't he?
No, he still works he's Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, okay.
Got a mentoring deal.
Yeah.
He's doing 7-on-7.
Does he coach in a high school? I thought he was in high school.
Central, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. No, I like.
He wants. See if Michael wants to play some 7-on-7 national. I don't know if I'm. Yeah, it ain't gonna be my choice. I'm not trying. I mean, I don't know. You taking him? I'm not.
Oh, you mean like driving him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, I would take him as a player. I like Micah.
Yeah. No, he's
got a little attitude too.
Yeah.
That's got that dog in him.
That's for sure. After Central beat us, like he was on an unofficial, and we saw Abdul down there. I was the first person he went and talked to, and I was like, huh, shocker. He's like, man, game recognizes game. They just beat us. Yeah, and all right, buddy.
Does he know Abdul pretty well or no? Okay.
He was a part of that homegrown program.
Oh yeah.
So he likes Abdul a lot. That's fine.
Listen, he's got like somebody.
Hey, you need help, man. Father and boys.
Mentors.
Can take more than one.
Positive influences. That's why I hang out with him. He needs positive influences. I'm trying to help.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you two are a lot alike.
By the way,
that's why you like us both so much.
I wish they still made the big mouth ones because then it wouldn't take me like all day to drink a single beer.
This dude would have like pore stains on his chest. Shane, what happened? I don't know, man.
It's a big mouth.
The hole's too big.
Yeah, hold that thing with both hands, Shane. You gotta do one of these.
Probably. Man, I sound good today, don't I?
No, you actually don't.
I've never seen them. I've never seen one of those in my life before.
Really?
Yeah.
It's older.
Yeah.
They used to make the cans that way, all that stuff.
Did Mickey's ever make a can?
No, but I mean like Budweiser and stuff. They had that for a little bit, and then it was kind of a fad through all of that stuff.
Big openings?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that other than Mickey's.
The only time I've ever seen it is they did it with pop bottles for a while. Like Diet Pepsi and Mountain Dew would do like the big mouth opening for some of the pop bottles when they moved from the 20 ounce to the 1 liters.
Yeah. Okay.
They because Shaq advertised them, and they're like, he's like, oh, it's perfect size for me, and whatever.
There's a low budget convenience store by me. kind of in Shane's old apartment area. You don't have to say it loud.
Oh, I can say 50th and Dodge.
No. And they had 1 liter ginger ales.
Oh, that's a lot of ginger ale.
Oh, just down the street? Nice.
No, it's not.
It seems like a lot.
1 liter? You ever had a tummy ache?
I don't drink ginger ale.
Oh,
I've never drank ginger ale.
Ginger's good for you if you have, any gastric stuff.
My dad would always make, this is an Indian thing, I'm sure, but there was like a type of tea that he would make. Fennel tea. He would use fennel tea. What? I don't know if
this is an Indian thing.
Yeah, I think it's like a home remedy type situation.
What was the desired outcome?
To help your stomach. Same kind of thing as ginger ale. It's to help your stomach, like calm down your stomach.
A-Train, I'm kind of out on Olipop.
Oh yeah, my wife drinks those a lot.
I saw I'm not even gonna say the fruit. There was a particular flavor that I liked, and I tried it, and it was not good.
Is it the flavor I'm thinking?
Knowing you, there's going to be 2, and it's not purple. So what's the other one that you think I tried?
I don't want to say.
Yeah, it was watermelon.
You're
a jackwagon.
I didn't say anything.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Because I laughed at Indian tea.
Yeah,
you said it. I didn't.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. So the Olipop, I wasn't getting the true flavor, and I was fooled because I did try some of. Zoe had a cream soda like a year and a half ago.
There's some of the flavors,
and I thought it was amazing.
Some of the flavors are really good, and some of them are a little more hit and miss.
The watermelon was not so much. I'm like, this tastes like really bad Mucinex.
Which one was that?
It was watermelon Olipop. This was literally 3 days ago.
Yeah, I don't think I've had the watermelon one.
Yeah, they had
the grape one is pretty good. It is. I've had that one. It's pretty good.
Isn't it hard to screw up grape?
I don't know. Some people go a little aggressive on it. Here's my problem with most of those like offshoot sodas is most of them aren't strongly flavored enough. Like if you want a soda, you're asking for a lot of flavor there. This isn't a flavored water or something like that. Like if I'm cracking open a can of soda, I want like a lot of flavor. And a lot of them are way too like faint for me, and it just tastes like sparkling water. Like, if I wanted sparkling water, I would have bought sparkling water. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Do you know? Oh, Spindrift is tough.
The lemon lime Olipop isn't bad.
So I used to buy what Haas is talking about in bulk over here at Costco. It lasted like 8 months.
The Spindrift? Is that what you're talking about? I've never had that. I've never heard of that. What is that like a soda offshoot?
Yeah, I think I got it from my mom, maybe. The idea. We were just, bang for buck and stuff like that. And I'm like, I would have one like once a month. Some of the flavors were so bad. And they always give you the bad variety pack. And of course, one of them was grapefruit. No bueno.
Yeah, grapefruit. I'm not a grapefruit guy at all.
God, it sucks.
Not even a little bit.
It absolutely sucks.
Yeah, I don't like grapefruit. There's some flavors I'm just gonna be out on. Like I'm just not dealing. I'll be honest, I don't mess with mango that much.
Me neither.
I feel like people are doing too much with mango.
I was at a convenience store yesterday, and everything on the table was 50% off.
Oh.
I went for pistachios.
Okay, more your wonderful pistachios?
Yes.
Okay.
And
did you get a flavor or just regular?
I got chili.
Okay.
And I got cracked pepper and sea salt.
That's one you said you liked a lot.
Yeah,
cracked pepper, sea salt.
I had a big chili.
Yeah.
And
you plow through that thing?
What pronoun did you use?
Plow through that thing?
You? No. Your buddy.
Micah?
The whole bag. It was in the top of his trash bin day before yesterday, and I go, you just had the whole bag of pistachios?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it just didn't seem like it'd be your thing. Well, whose is it?
Like, who bought it?
Like, you see his rationale?
That's 100% I didn't think about it. Now I'm trying to come up with an excuse to not be in trouble.
I just see this great big empty. Who eats one? That's a lot of pistachios in one night.
That's a lot in one sitting.
But what I was gonna say is the table that had 50% off had a lot of
This is for Kobe, by the way. There you go.
Who had a lot? It had a lot of like old alcohol. Some things I'd never even heard of.
Yeah.
Like they had this beer. Is it Pezoni? They had those 6-packs. They had like regular.
Oh,
Modelo.
are you talking about Peroni?
I don't know. Is that what it is?
I think so. It's like an Italian.
It's green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's
with a
Peroni.
white label?
Yep.
They had spiked. They had all sorts of stuff. It was all 50% off. And one of the spiked lemonades was mango. And I was like, that can't be good.
Yeah, I don't.
But I did. So. I thought of you.
I'll be honest. I do like some of those spiked. Like I like some of that spiked stuff though.
I pretended to understand you one day.
Yeah.
And now I know what you were telling me.
About what?
Shelled.
Yes.
Pistachios.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pistachios without the shell on them in packages are called shelled.
Right.
I went along with you even though I thought you were full of crap.
Yeah, they're called because you took the shell off.
Yeah, they've already been shelled.
Yeah.
I was looking at them in bulk yesterday and it said shelled. And I go, oh, that's what he's doing. Because didn't I just kind of nod down?
Yeah, you were kind of like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You kind of.
I was like, no, the ones without the shell. You're like, yeah, shelled.
Yeah, because they shelled them, right? Yeah. But no, I do. It can be confusing because it's like shells or shelled.
Yeah.
So like I understood the confusion.
I went along with it because I was just trying to.
Sometimes you're nice to me.
It just didn't seem like one of those where I needed to go in.
You didn't want to die on that hill?
No, so I let it ride.
So we have a special guest here at the very end of the show. I thought he might be joining us tomorrow, but he's joined us today and said, we got our guy, Nebraska recruit, ELLIS is here.
Oh, shoot. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Tay, how we doing?
What's up, bro? I'm doing good. How about y'all?
We didn't even get – wait, is your volume up in the back?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you want
announcements.
Okay.
Oh, it's the announcements at school. I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're at school, man. How we doing?
I'm doing good, bro. How y'all doing?
Well, I'm pretty good. I get the sense I'm gonna let you go, but I'm gonna be seeing you pretty soon. Or how are we doing this? It's not because I'm working with the network. What are we doing, buddy?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be taking my to Millard South, bro.
Sash, I want to make sure people heard that. You going to Millard South? Go hang out with Trae?
Yes, sir.
He said, I'm taking my talents to Millard South. You are absolutely amazing. I do want to tell you something, though. Full disclosure, because you're going to see me a ton. My little guy is a pup, right? He's going to be a junior.
Okay.
He plays in the secondary
okay.
at another school. I'll let Trae tell you about that school. And take it easy on him, all right?
I can't do it.
All right, so listen, champ. Walk us through the decision, man. You obviously want to be close to Lincoln. Like, how did so what happened? Did you get a text or did he call you?
Oh, Trae?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. He was like, "Oh, well, we've been having it like in our heads for like a little minute. Going into this year, meeting Trae and like building a foundation with him, building our like chemistry, like that was like very different. I think like it was second to none. So, when you talk about getting us together in high school and playing together and building that chemistry early, I mean like that's just different. Like I don't think like not too many big time guys like me and him do that. So. Us doing that would be like generational. So, he gave me a call probably I would say like 3-4 months ago. And when we talked through it with our parents, and at first like I was like, nah, like I'm staying, in Texas. But I just realized, that was comfortable for me to do. But, my mom always tells me that God is in the uncomfortable. So I want to do something that's uncomfortable and that, hasn't been heard of. So, I'm gonna go play with my boy.
Hey, how are you feeling about the weather, man? People always ask, my mom is from Houston and people always ask about commits and when you come and how's the weather, right? Nebraska fans, it's always like, oh man, how was the weather? I don't want them scared off. You got the Chicago guy and the Texas guy. He understands what he's getting into. You sure you're ready for this?
Yeah. I tell Listen. I'm originally from Arkansas. It gets pretty cold there. Probably won't get as cold as Nebraska, but I tell people all the time, bro. I love to, and in the cold, like you can get warm. In the heat, you can't get cold, bro. So that's that's just something I live by.
I like the logic. So what are you looking forward to? Obviously playing with Trae your senior year, but what are you looking forward to about being so much closer to the university and what that's going to mean in your last year of high school?
Well, I think the main thing is recruiting. We get to, finally be in Lincoln and be there, a whole year early for our high school career. So we get to recruit. We get to recruit the best of the best while we're, sitting by, Coach Rule, and we're sitting by, Coach Schwartz and Will and everybody. So, I mean, that'd be very different. It'd be very unique that, me and him get together and, just to do that, because we want the number one class in 2027, and we can't do that, without actually, being there and actually, recruit for our team. And that's what we want to do. We're looking to win a national championship. And that's what we will do.
All right, so you got another couple of key pieces that are kind of dangling out there in 2027. Is this going to be like the master tandem that gets it locked up for Nebraska?
Oh yeah. We're gonna go big. Recently everybody's been hearing about Ahmad. And we have more pieces than that. Let me tell you, it's gonna be a surprise. Y'all gonna be very shocked. That's what I would say.
Man, I love it.
Oh,
I love to hear
it. I appreciate the live cut in more than you know. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll be the first one of your opponents to probably come give you a hug. You just put 2 and 2 together and know that I'm first and foremost, I'm for the university, but I'm for young people too, so you won't have to worry about that.
Yes, sir, man. I'm finna go sell out tickets me and Trae.
Man, I can't wait to watch you play ball next year. I will say you are transferring to my rival high school, so I'm not in love with that, but I'm riding with you guys because I'm riding for the university. So I'm glad you guys will be here, and I can't wait to see what you guys have in store, not just on the football field, but apparently you got some recruiting surprises out there for us as well.
Yes, sir, we definitely do. Who's your rival? Who's the rival high school from Millard South?
Millard North. Back in the day, we were the Millard South, and now things switched a little bit, but it's all right.
So they're winning now. They're on top.
I'll let Trae's dad and Trae explain the whole West Side Millard South. Look, he's laughing. Hey, I got no problem. Listen, I'm good. We're gonna play ball, man. I'm high fiving you guys and cheering my brains out for you.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate y'all.
Hey, congrats on all the success, champ. Looking forward to seeing you.
Appreciate it, Tay.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Coach.
All right, buddy.
That is Tay Ellis announcing to us live here on Hurrdat Sports that he's going to be bringing his talents to the Omaha, Nebraska as well.
Yeah. I'm good-natured, right?
I'm just saying, if those enrollment papers haven't gone through yet, Millard North is an option. I'm just saying. That hasn't been finalized,
Oh, man, 2027, this class.
Woo, it's all good. It's all good.
In the neighborhood.
No, I am super excited to watch him play. Like, I'm really excited to watch him play in the state. And I love what it means about their commitment to the university and riding for the place and the state. Like, I'm all about that.
We got our hands full, man. Looking forward to it.
I will overlook the Millard South part of the equation.
And Braylon Warren, we trust. Let's go.
For the greater good. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We will be back tomorrow on Hurrdat Sports Live.
I just told the guys in the locker room, everybody's got to be ready. Braden's given us a lot, obviously, this season on both ends of the floor, and everybody's got to be ready to step up in his absence and contribute. And I thought guys did that tonight. I thought Jared gave us some good minutes. I thought that lineup with Kale in there at the end at the 4 gave us some good defensive versatility. And, we've got guys that I think with everything that we've done are built to play big minutes. And we're going to have to probably change some things in practice now. And, we get pretty physical with them at times with when we have to. But you may have to change that up a little bit now, especially, we got 2 games here in obviously a very short amount of time, heading into a really tough Minnesota team on an early game on Saturday, so we won't do a ton of live reps in practice the next couple days, and then we got another 2-day prep after that. So, we'll get through it. Next man up mentality. That's how it goes in this business, and I'm confident in that locker room.
Of course, make the first one. They end up calling a timeout. So low-key got iced a little bit. But come out of timeout. Shot it. It felt good, but it looked a little long, so I was just going to chase after it. I saw it bounce right. Kind of took it from 0. Was going to head to the basket, but 7 got in my way, and honestly, I was just trying to draw a foul because he had kind of impeded my path. So, and then, of course, you just got to get a shot up on the rim, and there's, 1 second left, 2 seconds left. So, it's like you said, kind of, I wouldn't say threw up a prayer, but I was trying to draw the foul, and it just happened to bank and go in. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of our guys' effort. I thought, we're still, and it's not an excuse. We lost another guy this week, Wesley Yates, on Monday, and just a basic non-contact rebound drill. But I love the fight of our guys. I thought, to have this many freshmen playing against a team like Nebraska is right now, they're playing as well as anybody in the country. Their pace is phenomenal. I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Hoiberg and their staff, but their players to be in the shape and to share the basketball the way they do is really impressive. And I know a lot of coaches have probably said that they're impressive offensively and defensively. But my team, I'm proud of these guys for the way they competed and hung in the game, because you guys have seen a lot of teams you come in and when they start making shots and the crowd gets rocking, which by the way, that was the best crowd that we played in front of this year. That's impressive too. But our guys to keep fighting back when the game could have got away from us really easily. And so just really proud of our competitive spirit tonight.
Welcome back for a little extra bonus content today on a Thursday. That's Jacob Padilla. I'm Ravi Lulla, and it's time for a little Blue Jay breakdown. Some good news on Blue Jay breakdown today, coming off of a 94-93 win over Xavier and I'm going to call it a buzzer beater. I know there were 0.6 left, but the buzzer did go off.
And it was before the buzzer.
And it did beat the buzzer.
0.6 before the buzzer, but it still beat the buzzer.
Still counts. Buzzer beater by Austin Swartz. Jacob, how are we doing today? How you feeling? A little late night although it was a 6 o'clock tip, not terrible.
Yeah, no, I was very grateful for the 6 o'clock tip.
Better than Nebraska's beat writers last night.
Yeah, we got 8:30 on Tuesday next week, so that'll be fun.
Ooh, gotta love it. God, 8:30?
That's the Marquette game, it looked like.
Good Lord. What are we doing?
Yeah. But first off, awesome play by Swartz, but I think we saw maybe the best pass I've ever seen that didn't amount to anything last night.
Oh, at the 6'10"s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, go. I tweeted out, John Bishop's put out, just if you missed that play, just go look at the throw that Roddy Anderson III made.
Oh, yeah.
Dead sprint to his right, jumping in the air, chucking it down court. Literally put it right next to the rim.
It was, I mean, we got a little Caleb Williams action there from him.
I think the only reason he might not have made it is because
his teammate was in the way, right?
Yeah, two guys go for the ball because the pass is so perfect. And Creighton, I will say, did not defend it super great. They definitely dodged a bullet. But
so I had flashbacks, just terrible flashbacks to Marquette.
Yeah.
And Martin Krompel not being able to get a hand on the ball, Marquette getting the ball back, having a 3-point shot go up with like 4/10 left, which I still think was after the buzzer.
It was.
And so I Creighton fans have a little PTSD with these types of situations.
Well, the funny thing is my head went exactly there. First thing I was like, 0.6, they can't do anything with this. Although
it wouldn't be the first time.
I was there sitting in the same end zone. I was like sitting above the student section there, just in the crowd for that one. But
yeah.
So we've definitely seen some doozies in that building, and fortunately, this one went Creighton's way, and they certainly needed some
100%
good fortune on the court because they have not gotten it from a health perspective lately.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, so Freeman was out.
So I was told that he had practiced really well and was going to be back in the rotation, and then he shows up and looks just like dead for their meal practice or the
illness
or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So sick. Didn't practice on Tuesday. They listened to McQuestion. Wasn't at the arena. Just too sick to even be there. And then you got with like 4 minutes left in the game, Jason Green, Xavier reaches in. He gets fouled in the bonus. You can see during the free throws, just laboring to get him asked out, and did not return to the game. So they got 13 minutes of game time from Jason Green in that one. None in the second half.
Yeah, the shoulder for Jason Green, I'm afraid, may be something that I don't know how much longer they can manage that the way they've been trying to in terms of a pain management standpoint. And, it's too bad because we're too late for a medical red shirt at this point. It seems most likely, I don't know. You never know what the NCAA is going to decide or the courts are going to decide. But that one, if he's not able to play moving forward, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Graham McDermott didn't have any specific updates on it afterward, but it wasn't talking like, we think he is out for the season or anything.
Yeah.
And they've got a 5-day break here between games before they play again. So this is this comes at a really good time for them because, like Max said, more than anybody else on the team, he needs a break.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's just another situation where got hit the wrong way and just the pain was too much in the moment to be functional. He was playing really well too, and obviously coming off.
Yeah.
They didn't get the win, but his career high in scoring in the previous game after struggling the one before. So you hate to see something like that interrupt him with the way that he was playing and the way he continues to evolve into an offensive hub for the team.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, that is not something I think anybody had on their bingo card when he came to Creighton, 3 years ago or whatever, 4 years ago, I guess at this point, where I think there was a lot of things, myself included, that we liked about Jason Green. I didn't know he would ever get to this point offensively where you look at him and you go, that's a guy you can rely on.
26, 7, and 4 assists at
Providence. That's a crazy line.
And
that's
8
a crazy
of 10
line.
shooting.
Yeah.
9-11 from the line, hit a three. Yeah, and again, he had struggled the game before, and to come out and play as well as he did against Providence, despite Creighton not being able to pull that one out. And then to get off to the start that he did, again, he had 10 points at the half, three boards, a block, was their leading scorer. And then again, wasn't able to return. So credit to the team for finding a way. And you can
absolutely,
see, Mac even talked about it. They were playing lineups they had never played before. They were playing 4-guard lineups, Trout at the 5. Kareem Conan played 10 minutes in the second half.
Yep.
Played 16 in the game. And like there were times where Xavier absolutely took advantage of how small Creighton was, because like some offensive rebounds and buckets inside. I mean, they were going 6-6 at the 4 spot between Josh Dix or Fedor Zugic, depending on who was matched up with who in that situation. And Xavier took advantage of it, but Creighton found a way to get. So one, you can broke down the entire end sequence there, but on a day when they couldn't get any stops, they shot 65% from the field. Xavier did in the second half, put up 54 points, but Creighton found a way to get it done, and it started with a stop on the moment they needed it the most. And as a credit to Josh Dix, who playing with Trey Carroll, who finished with 29 in the game. He's 6'8", 235, 235-pound forward. Dix is 6'6", 205, so giving up 30 pounds, 2 inches that matchup. And on their previous possession, they had run a really nice high-low play and got the ball over the top of Dix inside to Carroll for a bucket. They tried to go back to that again on their next possession, and Dix did a great job of fighting for position, deterred the pass just enough. Harper maybe having his hand up in the passing lane maybe helped as well. So one, they shut down the initial action, and then who was it? Borovichinen, I think, drove it when the pass wasn't there, got past Harper, and Dix stepped off, vertical challenge, forced a miss at the rim, and the ball went out off Xavier. So got the stop they needed, and that set up the Swartz play where drove right to the rim, drew a foul, hit the first free throw. Then Richard Pertino iced him, came out, missed a second, fouled it up, and like he talked the way through. Like he was just trying to draw a foul because
he said he was trying to get to the
front of him,
trying to get to the basket,
bumped off him, faded away, and then high off the glass and in. Like you said, the
unreal angle on that bank shot. Well, and he said, he admitted that the icing kind of worked on him. He's like, but I will say, and I said this to DB, one of the things I was most impressed by was just how many times you see a guy miss a free throw in that situation and just stand there. Like there's like the shoulder slump, you hang the head, and you just.
Or they go too early.
Yes. And create a violation, right? And now I think it helped where he thought the ball was going to go to not get a violation, right? Because he wasn't crashing hard down the lane. But just the wherewithal to understand that missing that free throw wasn't the end of their opportunity to win the game, and still giving himself a shot to make up for it and be the hero there. So I was super impressed by that. Like just the ability to stay in the moment and go, okay, yes, I missed this free throw, but the game's not over. And that's the reason if he hesitates for even a split second that they lose the game.
Yeah.
In all likelihood.
Yep. And another and he finished with 16, which a heck of a bounce back from the previous game where he was so good against Georgetown and Providence, 1 for 13, 14 from the field, to bounce back in the way that he did to deliver that play in that moment. Hero in 2 out of the last 3 games stepped up in the biggest moments. Again, 16 points, 4 rebounds in 30 minutes. And they got a career high, or season high rather, 19 from Josh Dix, in addition to what he did defensively, switching on to Carroll, who scored 17 in the first half, was 8 of 8 from the field. It made his first 8 shots rather. And then you put Dix on him and kind of limited his opportunities somewhat. And like he's still like he missed 2 shots in a row and then made his last 4. It finished 12 of 14 for 29 points. But he got fewer opportunities with Dix on him. And again, in the biggest moment, he stepped up and helped get the stop and prevent him from getting easy ones. So those two kind of leading the way. But then huge bench boost. Starts with Nick Graves, 16 points and 9 assists. And I thought outside of 1 or 2 shots, he did a great job of getting spots and making the right decision.
Yeah, pretty good decision making.
Yeah, he got it out a little quicker. He ended up of his 9 assists, 6 were for 3-pointers, 2 for a dunk, and 1 for a layup. So that's an extra 24 points. He accounted for 40 of their 94 points by himself in his 31 minutes on the floor. So huge performance by him. And then Fedor Zugic, season high 11 points, and 3 of 3 from 3 in the second half, and then hit 2 big free throws as well.
I thought he played really well.
Yeah, and then defensively, McDermott called it out too, and it's interesting how far he's come. It's like he is their best defender off the bench when they need to give Dix a rest or they need to move him on somebody else. Fedor's the guy that steps in and takes on that tough assignment. And
kind of across multiple positions too, which is kind of the interesting part about this.
Yeah, so scored 11 points in 13 second half minutes, finished with 20 minutes in the game. And then Hudson Greer made his return. And Blake Harper had a tough one, got in foul trouble.
Didn't seem like he had a good rhythm.
Yeah, just never got into it.
Did have a big bucket late though. That one while driving down driving down the baseline there. And kind of that's the type of bucket I anticipated him getting more consistently this year.
Volleyball.
Just getting a little bit of an angle and being able to use his body to his advantage because he's a big kid.
And we saw some of it too. I think some of his limitations too are having to always go back to that left hand and sometimes where he can get to some decent spots, but because of the way he needs to shoot it, ends up ending in a tougher shot than you would hope for where he got on the court. And then also sometimes he'll go for the foul instead. And Big East players are bigger and more athletic than the guys he used to play. You can't necessarily always just go through them.
Yeah, and you're probably not getting those calls in the Big East. Like it's just not happening. I mean, Graves has found the same thing this year.
Yeah. And so, but again, in that moment to gather himself and to
have the confidence to do it,
to attack because they need a quick bucket there to get the 2 for 1, and he got it. So that was a huge play. But Hudson Greer stepped in and 8 points, went back-to-back threes late in the first half from the same spot in front of Xavier Betch, and then on the next play, I thought kind of showed some maturity and. They got him on the opposite wing, and he could have taken a heat check with the defender closing out. Instead, drove it and then kicked it across to I forgot who it was, but somebody else for a 3. The shot didn't go in, but from a process standpoint,
really good look.
That was a really good play from a freshman. Again, a guy that missed some time. He's feeling it. He just hit back-to-back shots.
Really easy to take that shot there.
Yeah, he made the right play. So that's just in terms of building blocks moving forward. Like that's you look at the rest of the season now. Seems like Greer is kind of getting to the point where. They feel like he's in good enough shape and he's in a good enough rhythm that he might be able to help them.
Yeah.
And he certainly helped them this one. You don't win without his 8 points. Had a dunk as well off of a Graves feed in the second half. Played 9 minutes and again scored those 8 points. So
that's the guy I think with this little break here that I'm excited to see what it looks like with the 5 days off.
And that's what we talked about last week.
Yeah. You kind of pointed that out as like, hey, this might be the stretch where he gets a chance to fit his way back in. Obviously, sort of by necessity, found his way back in last night, played well. I'm now excited to see what that looks like for him to be able to have a little bit of confidence going into this break and kind of hit a stretch run here for Creighton. Let's look at the schedule coming up here because, I mean, at 12-8, we're looking at 6-3 in conference and what that looks like for trying to make, however unlikely, an NCAA tournament push here. The Big East isn't doing them any favors with the strength of the conference this year. Like there's not a ton of meat left on the bone in terms of resume builders. You have to win. I think you have to win 9 games to be in a position, 8 minimum to be in a position to give yourself a chance without winning the Big East tournament.
Yeah, and we're at the point now where I don't necessarily think it's even worth like thinking about that.
Sure.
Like like the cliche, game to game, you got to take it one at a time. But I think that's truly where they are now. Whereas it's not necessarily mathematically eliminated, like the possibility is still on the table. The question is like the way the health of the team, the way they're playing now, it doesn't look like they're capable of doing what they probably need to do.
Yeah, incredibly unlikely.
That doesn't, So they need to work on like game to game, making the progress to get to the point where maybe they can put themselves in that position.
Yeah.
Where they can knock off a UConn. Like right now, like watching that game last night, like there's probably not a chance that they can beat UConn.
You wouldn't think so. Yeah.
But you got a week. Let's see. You got a game in Marquette. Kind of, we'll see what they do on the road there. You got a chance to get a little bit healthier. We'll see you just roll out the team and give them your best shot and see what happens in that game. But that's kind of where we're at right now, where they're still, I mean, that's still the ultimate goal. That's still what they're chasing.
Yeah.
Austin Swartz talked about it last night as well. Anna Bellinghausen interviewed him and just like, hey, this is a game we absolutely needed. He still believes in their ability to be a tournament team. But it's not, again, it's you got to stack wins on wins on wins. Don't like they can't afford to have any more of these losses to the middle to bottom teams.
Like the Seton Hall Providence losses. Like those are
like they had.
How much differently do you feel?
Oh, dramatically.
Because I mean that takes you to 14-6. We're having a totally different conversation now.
Oh, yeah.
And those were games in their hands.
Yeah. Oh, and then you're probably maybe like looking at potentially like the third best team in the conference.
Yeah, in the Big
East. At that point, you would have beaten Villanova. You would have beaten Seton Hall.
Yeah.
Obviously, even still with the St. John's loss, you feel much better about yourself. So again, letting those slip eliminated all margin for error. So now you just have to go out and win as much as you possibly can. But to get there, the thing they have to figure out is defense and how this team can have success on that. It looked like they had figured some things out. Like they started playing together better. They were more impactful, more disruptive defensively.
Like early conference play.
Yeah. And I mean, they climbed into the top 50 and defensive efficiency on KenPom at that point. Now, after giving up,
they're down in the 70s again.
Giving up 90,
87.
83, 93, and 93 in the last.
Yeah, they're down to 87.
Yes. So
I think they were in the 70s yesterday, so they've dropped about another 10 spots since then.
that game.
I think they were 76 yesterday. So
that game, they dropped. So in conference only, including that good start, they are actually so they're 6th in defensive efficiency, which shows one, they weren't playing great teams early, but in that Xavier game probably did a lot of heavy lifting the first one.
Yeah.
But so it kind of shows like they balanced each other. They're average because they played really well and now they played really poorly. They got to find a way to kind of losing Green for the second half. That
was my question.
Yeah.
Because that totally changes the identity of them defensively.
And as McDermott said, like he's the quarterback of the defense. Yeah. He calls out everything. And because of not having him and Conan not being able to play 20 minutes, they had to throw out some lineups that they don't practice with.
Yeah.
And so guys were in positions to do things that they don't practice.
That they've never done.
So they're trying to adjust on the fly. And McDermott even talked about, even with Conan out there, like he doesn't always know what's happening because of the language barrier.
Yeah.
And it's hard to react on the fly and to bark out orders and to get him in the right spot sometimes just because he doesn't necessarily always catch what's going on, what the calls are.
Yeah, some of the intricacies there.
So there's a lot, and they're not equipped to just straight up guard you. And which is the problem where you do have the breakdowns where guys aren't making rotations or guys
if there is any miss, then it is super glaring.
Yeah, and especially like Xavier, they hit every open shot last night. Like Creighton had to score as much as they did. They hit 13 threes. Xavier hit 12.
Yeah.
And they were +8 in the paint. Like Xavier was playing at a ridiculous level. They were hitting a bunch of mid-range fadeaways. And, like those are shots. Like they certainly didn't hit those shots in the first game. So it was kind of a swung all the way the other end.
Yeah, kind of regressed back to the mean.
So, but the fact that this team is capable of turning it up offensively, there was a stretch. They had a couple droughts in the first half. They need to score every single point they did in the second half. They gave up 54. They scored 52. So that was just enough to get the win. So we're starting to see maybe the offense come around a little bit to where you can lean on that. And McDermott, we go back to what McDermott said at the beginning. We're probably going to have to win some games in the 80s and win some shootouts this year because they didn't know what they'd be able to do.
I think that's the biggest surprise for them is that offensive. Like I think he can't be stunned. Like we talked to him before the season, he can't be stunned about what this team hasn't been defensively, right? I think the part that is got to be genuinely surprising is that they haven't been better offensively.
Yeah.
They have capable offensive players at almost every position.
Yeah, and it just losing Freeman in that part of it
is a huge deal.
For what they expected going in and how this thing was going to look in terms of just a bunch of shooters around a dominant post player. Losing Jackson McAndrew, that's a huge part of that. So now you've got Isaac Trout, who's been up and down throughout his career. You have to rely on him every single game. You can't you can't. All right, he's not feeling it, but Jackson is, so we'll rely on that, and we'll still get the production we need out of that position.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Not the case right now. Blake Harper is their second 4, and he's a completely different player.
Yeah.
And can make threes, but he's not the kind of high volume guy you run actions for.
Yeah, totally different style. I mean, honestly, stylistically, you're probably closer with like a Fedor as the 4 in terms of spreading the floor and things like that. And he's obviously very undersized, so that brings its other issues into the equation as well.
Yeah, so that, and then obviously Graves, kind of the adjustment that he's really been up and down, and they've had to rely on Ty Davis, and so just have a lot of pieces that it ultimately, like if everything kind of worked out closer to their high end outcome, this had a chance to be a really, really good offensive team.
Super dynamic.
Obviously, a lot of those things did not happen.
Yeah.
And they still have the talent to be there for halves, for games, and to, again, we've seen.
But it has to look way differently than,
Yeah.
Anything else on the men before we switch over to the women real quick?
No, like I said, just game by game. I think for fans, just try to enjoy the moments like we had last night with the Austin Sports play. Like the season that Sports is having, obviously didn't the Providence one you want to forget, but
but
kind of the player that he's become in the moments that he's delivering. Like, forget about the record in those moments. Forget about this team going to tournament or not. Forget about NIL money and how much it weighs, all that stuff. Just try to enjoy the moments like that. And for Hudson Greer, what he hopefully will be able to do over the last stretch of the season. Hopefully you can get Jason Green back out there and just appreciate what he's done for this team.
Be able to manage his health a little bit there.
Yeah, there's still reasons to enjoy this team and celebrate some of the guys for the work they put in. And like, you can still have fun watching this team, even though it hasn't gone the way that I think Creighton fans would have hoped.
All right, over to the women's side. They split their games this past week with Providence out in Rhode Island, and then, ironically enough, getting Xavier back here at home. 8-11 now on the season. I know you were at the Xavier game. How did that look?
They needed it, and this is a team that had really struggled defensively. They'd given up 50+% shooting in 3 straight games, and they came out and held Xavier to under 37% from the field. They pulled away in the fourth quarter after Xavier had cut it to 7. It was once 14, cut it down to 7, and then they were able to kind of settle in and finish the game. And they did not shoot well and found a way to overcome that in the second half, especially with Grace Buffelli leading the way. So they got a lot of different players kind of impacting the game in this one, and certainly one they needed at home because they had a couple tough ones on the road where they're competitive. Even the UConn game we talked about, like, all things
it was the quarter. It was the one quarter.
And all things considered, they played them as well as pretty much anybody else in the Big East has.
Yeah, it's not like anybody's hanging with them, you know.
Look what they just did at Notre Dame.
Yeah, like this is what UConn does. And like we said, it was that second quarter that really got away, but otherwise it was in the neighborhood.
I believe I saw that Sarah Strong is shooting 60-40-90, which no one has ever done. 60-40-90.
At any level of basketball ever.
What the heck is that? But as they're competitive even in these games. They just can't quite get over the hump.
Yeah, like Providence was 80-77. Like they're right there. Yeah, like there's a lot of those on the record this year.
A shorthanded team, a young team. It's really hard to do what you need to do for 40 minutes when you've got a bunch of freshmen out there that have never been in here. They're in the second half of their season. College seasons are longer than anything they're used to in high school, and obviously emotionally taxing as well, mentally taxing with everything you do to go into playing at this level of basketball. And you've got players that have never been here before, your transfers. You've got one of your leaders sitting on the bench out for the year. So it's a really tough spot to be in. I think Jim Flannery's doing a good job, doing as much as he can with this group, and the nature of freshmen, they're not going to be consistent every single game. You just hope that they can, again, take care of business against teams like Xavier that are kind of around them in the standings and just stack as many wins as they possibly can. You've got a big one with St. John's coming up. Obviously,
that's
their
early.
best win of the season so far is beating St. John's. Like, can you get that? Can you get that again? But you just need to continue to get good performances from as many players as you can, and have others step up when maybe Ava Zedeker or Neely Gesser aren't shooting great in a given game.
Mhm.
You need players like Buffeli to step up. And 8 offensive rebounds and 18 and 15 in the game, career high.
8 for 10 from the field. Like
she was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then Kendall McGee. Again, we talk about Zedeker and Gesser, but McGee, she's come on a little bit. She had to step up and handle more of the ball handling when Zedeker missed a couple of games.
Went 15 and 5.
Third. Yeah. So she averaged about 14 points. The couple of assists. Like she did well. Good assist turnover ratio when she had to shoulder the heavier ball handling issues. And on Tuesday night, we saw her come on again offensively off the bench. 15 points, 6-10 from the field. Hit a couple of threes, was scoring inside. Got some rebounds. So. And then Allison Heathcock as well, just kind of the glue that holds this team together. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, took a charge, and basically all the defensive plays she made were momentum swinging plays.
Completely critical.
Yeah. So those are the kind of performances you need. You have to have as many players step up as you can to have a chance. And that was a good one for this team. Certainly one they needed because they had a rough stretch heading into it.
Is there any world in which you thought they could possibly win a game that they shot 8 for 33 from 3-point range this year?
No, definitely not.
Like that just didn't feel like it was on the table at any point.
Yeah, and Flannery talked about it after the game as well. It's like this team isn't quite the shooting team that they've had, and in terms of kind of the execution level, it's not quite there either. They don't pass it quite as well. What
they don't
this team needs
get to the shots the
what
same
this team
way,
needs to do is they have to crash the glass, crash the offensive glass. Like they've got Buffeli's plays really hard on that end, and again 8 offensive herself, 18 season high. Like they need to find other ways to make up for where they maybe don't necessarily play as well as Creighton teams traditionally do, and that's what he sees as a possibility for this team with Buffeli, with how hard that she plays, with McGee and her physicality. Heathcock's got some length and plays really hard as well. So I think that's something they found there that they're hopefully can lean on days when they're not shooting as well as they're capable of. But that's you got to squeeze every last thing you can out of this roster in this league.
Coming up, they've got at DePaul and then St. John's at home, as you mentioned. If they split these, are you happy? Or are you starting to think about like, hey, let's try and win some weeks where we go 2-0? Like, where do you think the mindset is going into this stretch here?
Yeah, DePaul is one you absolutely have to win.
Yeah.
Bottom of the conference, you handle them at home. Like you have to go out and you have to get that one. And then St. John's, I think, having the previous one already under your belt, I think if you don't get that one, that's not the end of the world. You'd like to protect home court, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, and it seems like an opportunity there if they can steal one. Like, okay, there we go. That's kind of ahead of schedule for where
feels like real progress.
Yeah, made up for a couple of those ones that they had chances that they weren't able to get over the hump. So, one coming out this week, next week, 1-1 is that has to be
bare minimum.
Yeah, that has to be the floor, and then see if you can knock off St. John's, and that's kind of like we talked about I think has to be the outlook for the season.
Sure.
Take care of the bottom third of the conference. Try to win more than you lose for the middle of the conference, and just see if you can steal one from one of the top few teams.
Just show real progress. Yeah. Anything else on the women's side?
Nope. I think we're good.
That is it for this week's Blue Jay Breakdown. That's Jacob Padilla. I'm Ravi. Lulla. We'll be back again next week to keep you caught up on everything going on with Creighton Hoops. And DB and I will be back tomorrow to wrap up the week of Hurrdat Sports Live. I don't plan on any surprise guests making breaking news announcements tomorrow, but I wasn't planning on that today either. So
that was a nice surprise.
Here we are. We'll see what happens. That's Jacob. I'm Ravi. We'll be back later.